She said she was 12.
Hi, people, and I'm back gooning again.
Hi people, and I'm back gaming again. By the way, quick question, can you guys hear that? I do have noise suppression on, but I don't know if it stops that from happening. Please tell me you guys can't hear it, because that really would help me out quite a bit. Please say you can't hear it. Yeah, you can't hear it? Great. Alright, let's boot this bad boy up. I can slightly hear it. Okay, if it becomes an annoyance, let me know. It's just, well, as you can see there, you hear it a lot now. Fuck! Okay, I got this, don't worry. This is why I had a secondary idea. How about now, my Wunderkind? Can you hear it now? I hope not. Sweet. I put my massive fan, you know that one on the floor? I put that on the table, so it's constantly blasting air at me. It works until tomorrow. It'll work until the aircon tomorrow. Can't wait to plug that in. I can't wait to plug that bastard in. Right, game capture, there we go. Ace Attorney Investigations. How's everybody doing, eh? I could have said it. I could have said it in this stream. I could have. Oh my god, what's... Ooh, my PC's lagging. Isn't that interesting? My alt tab is a bit laggy. Hey, Hayes. Let's see what I can close there to help. Yeah, those PC upgrades can't come soon enough. By the way, just to let you know, look at that. What am I doing? We're playing video games. So warm. So fucking warm in here. We are playing Ace Attorney Investigations. Let's go! Hey, bro. It appears that we've caught you red-handed eating a Swiss roll. Look, I'm sorry about lying to you, pal. And, do you have nothing else to say? Sure do. It was so fluffy, and sweet, and big. It was perfection, pal. And totally worth every penny of my bonus. I see. Well, good for you, detective. I can't believe it, but it's almost funny when a fool is this unbelievably foolish. Hello. Oh dear. What is the matter, Your Honor? I claim to hand down fair verdicts, but I unfairly cast suspicion on the big fella. Oh, thank you, Hayes. If this had been a trial just now, I would have destroyed his life. I am the guilty one. We all make mistakes, Your Honor. To err is human, to forgive divine, as they say. Although if you were to make a mistake during a trial, then it would be quite unforgivable. Hello, child. Oh, you compiled it. Oh, wait, no, that's a different one, yeah. Hi, people, and I'm back cooking again. Now then, Kay. She's like a stray cat. I wonder if I should feed her something. Here, eat my prosecutor's badge.
Take that!
Okay, I promise to give this to you if you calm down. Oh, a Swiss roll! Yeah, okay. Really belongs to you, though, doesn't it? Yeah, I was saving it for Daddy. Oh, my. Oh, no. Who's gonna tell Kay the bad news that your daddy is dead, boy and girls? Say that in a bit. Oh! Your daddy is dead. Your daddy is dead. Put it there. Oh yeah, I've not done one of these for a while because I keep forgetting. Here, have this. Have one of these. Hi, Aaron. Arham. Hello, Arham. Arham? I don't know. God, that is warm. Hopefully, though, the weather's not going to be too bad today. Oh, no. Never mind. It's getting worse. We are now at 36.2 degrees in the cabin. It keeps going. Oh, my. Yeah, your dad's dead. Your father, he's... don't you say another word, pal. She doesn't know yet. Thanks for watching out for me, Gummy. But I already know about Daddy. Daddy's dead. I overheard the guards talking. Oh, Daddy's he's dead. He's dead. He's dead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't protect them. Yeah, you're so shit at your job, Gumshoe. Okay. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not. I'm a big girl. That's how she cries. What a child. Imagine crying just because your parents dead. God. It's alright, let it all out. Your father's just passed away, after all. I myself was also involved in a case at this courthouse when I was a young child. A case in which my father, who was a defense attorney, passed away. All my dreams of becoming a lawyer were crushed into fine ash on that nightmarish day. Even now, the wound festers deep in the depths of my soul. Ever since that incident, I've dedicated myself to locking away every criminal I can. And now, to have this happen right in front of me? This child. Well, he's not called Edgeworth for nothing. Edgy bastard. My father died in an elevator. Miles Edgeworth, what sort of gentleman are you? Are you going to just stand there and watch a lady cry? Ah, you're right. Sorry about that. Okay, here, how about we use this handkerchief here and dry your little eyes? Or you with how, you know, minorities are coming into the UK. Who's racist? Ah? Disgusting! My cravat! Don't blow your nose on that! Hey, look, it is a cravat. I feel better now, thanks. I would like to leave now, please. Okay, are you going to be alright? Yep. I'm already alright. Somehow I highly doubt that, but I'm not going to push it. I promised Daddy I'd never cry in front of strangers. And you're a good kid, aren't you, Kay? You always keep your promises, right? That's right. Yup. Even if I can't see Daddy anymore, I'm still going to keep all my promises. You're a very brave girl, Kay. What keeps rattling over there? You're a very good child for keeping the promises you made to your papa. Hi, Papa. My dog was a blacksmith in a previous life. I brought him home and he made a bolt for the door. That's fucking good. That's fucking good. That's a good fucking joke. Okay, so not only did that box fall in front of the camera, it also progressed the story. Box fell from the wind. It fell straight onto my fucking mouse as well and progressed to the story. Yo, what the fuck is a froth? Nah, I like that was a good joke, Strawberries. I'll even testify that you didn't cry just for you. Thank you very much, lady. Ah, it's nothing. I'm only telling the truth after all. It would appear that because her father was a respected prosecutor, Francisca is sympathetic to Kay's feelings. Your father! Okay, what kind of person was your father? I will want to get it, yeah? Daddy was a hero of justice. His job was to catch all the bad people in the world. So to you, a prosecutor is a hero of justice, huh? I suppose we are in a sense, as we are the ones who seek guilty verdicts of criminals. Plus, you know what? Whenever I came to the courthouse, Daddy would buy me my absolute favorite treat, Swiss rolls. Oh? I want to be a hero of justice someday, just like Daddy. So I've been working really hard. I see, and what have you been working hard on? I've been working hard to keep all the promises Daddy and I made together. There you go. A promise notebook? May I take a look inside, Kay? Sure, okay. Appears to be an exchange diary of sorts between her father and daughter. Mr. Faraday's writing conveys a sense of the kind of man he was. This little notebook just might come in handy later. Thank you for showing it to me, Kay. I hope you continue to work hard and become a hero just like your father. Yup, I'm gonna try. Hey, Kay, so I'm the detective that catches the bad people, right? That makes me a hero too. Nope. Yeah, you're really cool too, Gummy. Yeah, aren't I, Kay? What is with the two of them? I hand down verdicts of justice, so that makes me a hero too. Yes, and thanks to your oh-so-heroic testimony, you almost painted that detective as a vile criminal and sent him off to jail. I'm really sorry about that. Gummy's not a bad man, okay? Poor Judge, he's being treated like a vile criminal rather than a hero of justice. It appears that you and Detective Gumshoe are good friends, Kay. Yeah, we're friends! In that case, would you mind telling me a little more about him? I want to have a check of it first, if I can inspect. Never take things from a stranger. Never go anywhere with a stranger. Always greet people with a smile, even people you don't know. Never cry in front of strangers. Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. Daddy's job is to make sure that everyone follows the rules. Kay, be a good girl and promise that you'll keep your promises to me, okay? Love your daddy. Hey, daddy. It's the promise notebook Daddy and I made. I have to be a good girl and keep all the promises we wrote in here. May I take a look inside for just a second? Sure, okay. It appears that there are more than just the 5 I thought there were. Promise 6. If you ever have a boyfriend, you must bring him to meet Daddy right away. Promise 7. Even when you have a boyfriend, never forget that I love you the most. I certainly don't envy the poor sap she falls in love with. There we go. Oh god! No! No! The fucking name of that achievement! No! No, it's Promises 6 and 7! And my suffering, right? Oh god, I'm sorry. Six, 7. So, I take it that you ran into Detective Gumshoe earlier? Yup! I was on my way to see Daddy when I saw Gummy standing there. He was standing in the hallway staring really hard at the vending machine, so I said hi. And when was this? Huh? Oh, before everything got crazy. How long were the two of you together? We only talked for a little while, and then we went on our own ways. That's right, pal. Kay and I only talked for a little while, and that's it. That's it, buddy, pal. Oh, which means we have now confirmed that Kay was in the hallway during the recess, isn't that right? You got me! I told you to stop picking on Gummy, mister. Very well, then. I'll just have to speak with a good detective in private later. Yup. Were you the one who brought this pack of Swiss rolls, Kay? Well... I didn't really have a lot of money, and I somehow made $1 out of all the pennies and quarters I had. But that still wasn't enough, and I really, really wanted one. Come to think of it, she did come and ask me to exchange a handful of change for $1. And that's when you came and asked me to change your money, correct? Yeah, thanks a bunch for doing that, mister. Sure. But let me ask you, even with that $1, you still didn't have enough, correct? Well, that's why... Hey, if you bully Kay anymore, I'm gonna have to arrest you, pal. Need to remind you that you're the one already under arrest? Huh? Youch. Lucky bastard. What? I sense that Kay is going to be less than forthcoming with this question. Sorry about your roughly thing. Yes, well, now that it's positively drenched in your nasal mucus... Alright, chill, mate. Don't worry, Kay, I have a spare. So here, you can have this one. Keep it off! Keep it off! But Daddy said, never take things from a stranger. It's one of the promises you made in your promise notebook, correct? What's with the ... for? Hey, Freud, you missed it. There's a bit of a delay there with everything. Yeah, look, see? It's right here on this page. Una memento. No, you missed an achievement called... You missed an achievement called Promises 6 and 7. Promises 6 and 7. Alright then, I'm not giving this to you. I'm merely allowing you to borrow it. You can take it home, wash it nice and clean, and then give it back to me next time we meet. Okay, Daddy never said I couldn't borrow things from strangers. Now then, Detective Gumshoe. Uh-oh. Hey, Freud, look. Look. It was on 7. It was 36.7. 36.7. Yeah, I know. I believe it is now crystal clear that you were with Little K in that hallway. Oh! I can't, Freud. I'm going to let it sit for 24 hours because I am not risking it breaking. I told you to stop being mean to Gummy. Miles Edgeworth, there is still something you have yet to resolve. What's the command? What is it? Fuck? Fuck you, chat. I like that. Miles Edgeworth, there's still something you have yet to resolve. I beg your pardon. You still haven't offered an explanation for why that man would lie to us. That's... well... Gummy, don't tell me you lied for my sake. Hey, don't worry about it, Kay. Everything's gonna be okay, Kay? So that's why. So what was Detective Gumshoe's motive for lying? If you can't explain that, then you can't call this a perfect investigation. Huh. His reason for lying is very simple. What? Here's what I believe to be his reason. From simple observation of the detective's actions and his interactions with Kay, it's obvious the detective is lying for the young girl's sake. And this piece of evidence will show you exactly why. Yeah. 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 Mr. Faraday and Kay's promise notebook? How does this explain anything? If you take a look at this page, it's clearly written that Kay should never take things from a stranger. When Detective Gumshoe heard about that promise, he tried to cover for Kay. What a foolishly foolish fool's fool of a foolish reason for a fool! Oh, goddamn. Youch. Gummy, you lied because of me, didn't you? Because I'm your friend, Kay, that's why. Gumshoe, you shouldn't be friends with children. At long last, Detective Gumshoe, can you please tell me the whole truth now? Guess there's no beating you, huh, pal? Okay, I'll spill the goods. I'd been standing guard for a while. I was getting really hungry, and that snack vending machine was taunting me. All the cash you had on you was $5, and that wasn't enough to buy anything, right? After all, the cheapest item in that machine is a $6 pack of Swiss rolls. Yeah, but then, like an angel from heaven, Kay showed up. I was thinking about sharing a snack with Daddy, so I wanted to buy a Swiss roll. But I only had about $1 in coins. So we pooled my $5 and her $1 together, and bought a pack of Swiss rolls together. But I was worried about breaking one of my promises. So then Gummy said, Mr. Faraday's one scary guy when he gets mad. But don't worry, you won't get in trouble if I don't tell, right? Besides, you bought it with me. So you didn't really get it from me, you know? You told me it'd be okay. Wow! I can't wait for Gumshoe's explanation of why he lured children into his van. Well, you know, I said that there was puppies in the van. And... He told me it'd be okay, and he gave me a whole roll to save and give to Daddy. I tell you what, Edgeworth, this reminds me of that time that I went into somebody's house, and I brought some cookies, and then there's a man that entered from another room and told me to take a seat. I only went there for cupcakes. Who knew that Scruffy could be so considerate? Indeed. Detective, I take it that you then sat down on the bench and ate the rolls together? Yeah, we split the other roll and ate it right then. Hey, Eileen. The sweet taste of that cake's chocolate. I'll never forget it as long as I live, pal. Anyway. Kay, I believe this also belongs to you. Oh, that's from the balloon I popped. It's bad manners to leave garbage lying around, Kay. I'm sorry. Ooh. Hey, Nana Radio, thanks to the sub. Hell yeah. Well, I guess I can't blame you for not throwing this One Piece away. One Piece?! It was sitting high up on a windowsill where you couldn't see it. So just this once, I forgive you. But that balloon... I wanted to surprise Gummy a little, so I popped it on purpose. And because of me, Gummy dropped his half of the Swiss roll. Wow, you really got me there, pal. So I thought maybe I should give Gummy this other roll. And then I saw you picking on Gummy, mister. So you kicked me, is that it? Yeah. You sure are a feisty one. I'm really sorry, mister. It's alright. I'm perfectly unarmed. No, you're not. You're in pain. But about the Swiss roll... Hey, thanks for the like, Eileen. Hell yeah. But about the Swiss roll, would it be alright with you if I held onto it until Detective Gumshoe is cleared of all charges and free to go? Yup, sure. Just make sure you give it to Gummy afterwards, okay? Of course, I promise. Now then, I believe we have proven beyond the shadow of a doubt that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway for the entire duration of his duty. Which undeniably proves that Detective Gumshoe could not have committed the double murders.
Objection!
Hey, sir. Actually, it proves just the opposite, Edgeworth. The fuck you say to me, bitch? You've just shown that Detective Gumshoe is the only one who could have committed the crime. Oh, what do you mean? It's quite rude to eavesdrop, Miss Yu. I'm getting lectured on manners by a girl with a penchant for whipping people. What? How dare you talk back with such insolence? You're wrong, lady. Gummy's not the bad guy. Oh, and what have we here? What is a child doing here in a courthouse? You very cool? Thank you, Eileen. Hell yeah. Bailiff, please take this child away. Run away! Miss Callisto, you. That girl is Mr. Faraday's. I know, so what? You think that just because she's the victim's daughter, she gets to just run wild all around the crime scene? I think it's actually quite dangerous for her to speak at nothing of getting underfoot. I suppose you're right, however, as long as we're in agreement on that point, let's get back to the real issue at hand. Now then, Detective, you were in front of the door to lobby number 2 the entire time, correct? Yeah, but... You see, isn't it obvious that it could only be the detective? He is the only person who could have gone into lobby number 2 at the time of the murders. Ugh! I have no counter-argument to that. Don't worry, I've already put in the necessary paperwork for his formal arrest. But the investigation is far from over. Oh, that's right. Hey, a Lunatone. Let me catch this really quick. I want that. Oh, God fucking damn it. God damn it. I don't have any Ultra Balls. Let me grab an Ultra Ball really quick. I'm a gingerbread because did you know gingers have no soul? I do! Because I have a friend who's ginger. I say he hasn't got a soul all the time. He hates me. Alright, let me buy these Ultra Balls. Let me buy like 10 of those. We're good to go there. Oh. Oh, that's right. I was going to speak with you about that. Don't you think it's reckless to talk to the suspect out in the open without guard? Hey, by the way, Freud, you know it's the 26th, right? It's the 26th of May. You do know what that means, right? Oh yeah, he might be set for them for tomorrow. Oh, never mind, they've not reset. They've not reset. You gotta wait till 7:39 p.m. Womp womp. I suppose it is. Well, as someone with more experience in law than you, allow me to share something. Always keep a good eye on a criminal, or you may regret what comes of your negligence. Ooh, Miles, I can't believe you're letting this woman lecture you like this. This is unforgivable as a disciple of Von Karma. Haha, down, Tigress. Now then, I'll be looking forward to the results of your investigation. We really do need to make a bingo that doesn't have those actions for games like this. I might go through it later. So, we're back to square one. Nah, I might do it. Can't let you do all the work, Protag. Actually, this is our last chance. I can tell that if we fail to solve this case, Detective Gumshoe will be formally charged under all the circumstantial evidence. Yup. This investigation is not over yet. There's still one location we have yet to inspect. It's where Detective Bad and Miss Yu were at the time of the crime. Lobby number 1. It's now 37.1 degrees in the cabin. I wish I was joking. But I'm not. I can use this as eyes, and this you can use capital letters or normal size. What? Yeah, for future streams, works for me. I mean, it helps because Flashback Friday's usually only on a Friday, so, yeah. Yeah, we just saved. Good. To make an emotion. Ah, what? That's what you mean, Eileen. Yeah, remember, it's 24 hours, so it'd start on Friday and end on Saturday. Although... Yeah. Yeah, Freud can't do Sundays, remember, because in Saudi the days off are Friday, Saturday, so works better for him. September 10th, 5:55 p.m. 5:45 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. What is this incredibly overpowering sweet scent? It smells like flowers. Uncle Bad, is this it? Huh? Isn't that Detective Bad and Kay over there? Looks like she managed to escape the bailiff. No, that's not quite it. Aw, too bad, but it's so pretty. I think you're still a bit too young to be wearing that. My brother hates me. What the fuck? What is it? What is it with YouTube commenters like saying the most out of pocket shit? Remember the one before was like when Nan died? Goddamn. You don't need to discuss who goes first for the games. Yeah, true, you do. Oh lord, hold on. Ah, you don't seem annoying, Eileen. Hold on a sec. Flake just sent a 53-second message, and I want to hear it.
Shit, love it.
Yeah, that was not that interesting. But since you found it, I guess I can let you keep it. Thanks, I'll treasure it always. Those two seem to get along rather well. Oh yeah, I got something else for you. A gun! Yay, thank you, Uncle Bad. I don't know. Strawberries growing in your garden? Hell yeah, that's awesome. Yay, thank you, Uncle Bad. Earlier I ate one of these with Gummy. Gummy? Oh, you mean Gumshoe. Gummy is... He was trying to be nice to me because I was going to get in trouble, and then he got in trouble because he lied to protect me. 12 p.m. O'Neill. So that's like, what, 7 p.m. for you, right? Hold on a sec. Hey, I was right, 7 p.m. Let's go. Oh, look at that hair. Look at that goddamn hair. It needs brushing, honestly. It is getting so fucking curly. Look at those curls. Look at those fucking natural curls, man. Everybody's jealous of my natural curls, goddamn. Yeah, so please let me know by tomorrow, Protag, what games. Gummy, no! I know he didn't kill Daddy! Don't cry. Faraday would be sad if he saw you crying. I'm not crying. You're crying. Okay. Oh, it's the mister from before and the lady, too. Don't you think it would be a good idea to go home for the time being? You're not involved in the investigation, so it's for the best if you do. Actually, I'm Uncle Bad's assistant, so I'm related to the investigation. Is that so, Detective Bad? Yeah, I guess. Oh, go on, let's see the game. Oh. Choices then, isn't it? Half American? What's the other half, Eileen? Star Ocean Second Story. Don't I have to play the other Star Ocean game? It's always fucking JRPGs. Excuse me, what the fuck? What can I say? You own it? I do? So I do. I bought it in October. That's the only one I know. Fair do. Yeah, I guess. What? You were just scolding us like kids to not mess up the crime scene. And now you let this child run free? Why? People are free to investigate things outside the actual crime scene. You also had a few things she wanted to look into. Got a problem with that? Hey, forget about it. Hey, forget about it. I don't have a problem with that, but I am curious as to what Miss Yu is looking into. Uncle Bad, I'm gonna go look somewhere else now, okay? That fucking hair, man. Alright, I'm counting on you. Oh, that's right. Hey, mister. Huh? Yes, what is it? I know Gummy really isn't the bad guy. I mean it. I say water bottle. Water bottle. Bottle of water? Bottle of water in it, lad. So please, find the real bad guy, okay? Okay, I won't forgive whoever did this. But in the absence of the perfect piece of testimony and evidence, there is no one else who could be the true culprit other than Detective Gumshoe. Hmm? She wandered off while I was pondering. This television is the same model as the one in Defendant Lobby number 2. Looks like the two rooms are basically the same in terms of layout and supplies. Yes. The two rooms are basically the same, huh? I was gonna say, don't tell me the nameplates can slide. What incredibly strong-scented herbal tea. Oh, hold on a sec. There's something I need to check really quick. Alright, what's the code? What are they saying, eh? What they're saying, like... Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to sort out something for the government. An incredibly strong-scented herbal tea. You know what? By the way, I know I didn't like that yogurt drink, which I'm really upset about. I was thinking it was like a sweet yogurt drink. Too sour for me. I was really looking forward to that mint tea. I really was. Kind of pissed me off that I didn't get it. I feel that more than being relaxing, this scent may make one a bit heady instead. You put in a special request for that. No wonder she's so violent as she's been drinking this stuff the whole time. Hey, food? Nice. Would I order from there again? Yes. Neither woman should be allowed to comment on this particular topic ever. Yeah, it was alright. This decorative plant's leaves are shinier than the ones on the plant in lobby number 2. That's probably because it's next to the windows where it's easier to photosynthesize. Francisca, if it's a decorative plant, doesn't that mean it's fake? You may be right, plus the curtains are always drawn in lobby number 2. Caretakers of this courthouse don't think enough about the plants, do they? That's because they're the courthouse caretakers, not a bunch of botanists. Sushi? Hell yeah, enjoy. One of the windows in this lobby is open as well. The air conditioner is working just fine in this room, so why did they open it? Even the game! Even the fucking game's taunting me! Maybe I will just turn it on a bit. Maybe I will just turn it on a little bit. Nah, I'm kidding. Maybe just a little, turn it on a little bit, please. Yeah. That expensive painting is ill-suited to be hanging on the wall of this room. I washed by the... What the fuck? Weird. I washed my hands before the stream, right? Dried them, and they still feel like sweat sticky again. Really hate that. I wonder if a guard detail should be placed on it. Why do you say that? Well, a desperate low-paid detective might make off with it someday. You never know. She may be thinking about hiring a guard, but it's obvious she isn't factoring in that guard's salary whatsoever. I can see down into the courthouse courtyard from here. What is that mess supposed to be? It's like an optical illusion. I believe it's supposed to be postmodern in design. More like thoughtlessness in design. That's pretty far-fetched, love. Can't disagree there. May not look like much, but I find that ordinary tables like this one are very useful. I think it's time they bought a new one. I wonder if they will replace this table if I hit it enough with my whip. A much too heavy-handed method if I ever saw one. Yeah. Hey, it's me. I'm a detective. Forget about it. Detective Bad, what exactly was Kay searching for? Nothing that concerns you, boy. Oh, and I suppose it has something to do with Kay? It does, because she's Faraday's daughter. Anyway, hey, FaZe. Hurry up and get to the point. Hey, Brud, thanks for the follow. Or, well, the sub on YouTube. I don't have time to waste. I'm the only one here? FaZe is here, though. There's ghosts. Sounds like he'd rather be left alone. I have something I'd like to confirm with you once again. Then I guess I better not pussy out and finish it during the 24-hour stream. Won't I? I don't have anything to say to you. But that's only if we're 80 to 90% done with it. Be that as it may, we still have questions that we need answers to. Now then, first of all, what is the overpowering smell that is permeating this room? Upon entering this room, I thought I was going to suffocate. It's that ultra-strong perfume you wears. She spilled some of it. I was having a bad time of it myself. I didn't think twice and opened the window, but that smell's still here. Ah. The YouTube chatters are losing their minds. Perfume, huh? So the sweet scent in the air is perfume. Hey, the notification finally showed up. I got first place. Let's go. I don't know how that works, but congrats. Well, it's giving off quite a stench. I bet it's some cheap no-name brand. She said it's a famous brand from overseas. So knockoff. Yes, definitely a knockoff. Alright, there you go. Get your crowd control coins. Go on, get your crowd control coins. I wonder if it's still doing that thing where they show... But me and you are going out now. What the fuck? FaZe? What the fuck? What the fuck? No disrespect, but she forced one of those bottles on me. Here, little girl, you can have it. Huh. I was born for a much more expensive and refined perfume. However, seeing as how you just happen to have a spare, I suppose I'll take it. Miles Edgeworth, you'll hold on to this bottle without fail. What the fuck is going on in the YouTube chats? Jesus Christ. Why can't she ever be honest about her wants? Angèle. So now we have the perfume Miss Yu wears. Just fantastic. Is that all you wanted to talk about? If so, I'm going back to investigating. Actually, I still have a few other things I wish to inquire about. God fucking damn it. Angèle. Hold on. Do. There we go. So, you were in this room the entire recess? Like I said, I made a call to the precinct to get that big lug down here. Other than that, I was waiting for the recess to end in here. At least your story is consistent. Earlier you stated that you were in this lobby with Miss Yu. Oh, you didn't miss much, Tap. We only played Persona 1, you know. Nothing fun. Yeah, I ran into her in the hallway. She said she wanted to talk to me about something, so we came in here. Then what you're saying is that until Detective Gumshoe's arrival, you and Miss Yu were in two different locations? Guess I am. Interesting. Speaking of that lawyer, she seems to have a great dislike for you. I can chug a drink at school when I'm thirsty. Cool. Oof. Let's see, Miss Yu is the sister of the victim of the KG8 incident, and as I recall, Detective Bad was the lead detective on the case. I wonder if the reason for her disdain isn't simply because you failed to guard Cece, but because you were the lead detective on the case. You knew? Huh. I also know that today's trial involving the Cadopian embassy staff member is being referred to as the second KG8 incident. Now then, Detective. Also tastes nice. Nice. I believe it's time you were honest with me and told me the truth behind your relationship with Miss Yu and Mr. Faraday and the KG8 incident. Womp womp, I actually fucking like the game. Yeah. If you already know that much, I guess it'd be alright to tell you. Now then, I'd like to ask you a few questions about the KG8 incident. It's not exactly a happy story. Other than the people who were directly involved, you two will be the first to hear what I'm about to tell. See, I knew it was a lollipop, because fucking 4 kids, you know? The honest truth behind the KG8 incident. Gasp. Faraday, you and I. As you already know, we 3 were involved with the KG8 incident. Faraday and I, we were originally on the trail of a smuggling ring. Water chug made me sleep. Fair do. You mean the smuggling case involving one of the Amano Group's secretaries? Huh, that trial was just a front. A facade? Yeah, but the case became tainted. All because the witness who was going to testify about the Amano Group's ties to the smuggling ring, CCU, was killed. Then what became of the secretary who was arrested? His name was Colin Devore. To be honest, the guy didn't know a thing about the smuggling ring. But he confessed to knowing about it anyway. Devore was probably being intimidated by the big boss man. Just another scapegoat. The boss man of the Amano Group? You can't seriously mean Mr. Ernest Amano. Can't be right. It's probably just Detective Bad's personal hypothesis. What's he trying to do, suspecting Mr. Amano of being involved with smuggling? Yeah, Mr. Amano wouldn't do anything like that! School trip? Eh, nice. I suppose it would have been quite difficult to secure an acquittal after he confessed. A castle? But the man who killed CCU, Manny Cochin, was a completely different person. Yeah, but what about Deed Man? And Matt Grell? Don't forget those two! Since he's already been acquitted once for murder, Mr. Faraday, how could you have let him go? If I remember correctly, I heard that Mr. Faraday had an important piece of evidence stolen from him. A man was touring my friends? What the fuck does that mean? Oh, you mean a tour guide? Okay, yeah. Weird way to say that. That wasn't Faraday's fault. It was mine. I wasn't vigilant enough. Faraday, Cece, I was supposed to protect them both. Miss Yu did mention that as well, about how Detective Bad was supposed to guard her sister. But even I, who was supposed to protect them, I fell into their trap. What kind of trap? Huh. The holes in this jacket are a testament to that trap. You mean, you were fired upon? You were shot at that many times in one gunfight? No. Only about half of these are from that case. But the reason I continue to wear this jacket is to remind myself of the lessons I learned from the KG-8 incident. I got shut the fuck up. It's a miracle I'm fucking alive. I see. I couldn't protect CCU, and the suspect was found not guilty. We'd hit a brick wall, and as far as the law was concerned, that's when she came to the courtroom, the victim's sister. That's when I first met Callisto Yu. Wow, 25 stream streak! Yay! Mass, put your hand up if you want to trip me down the step. Ahaha, funny. About when you first met Miss Yu. It was on the day the verdict of the KG-8 incident was handed down, was it not? Yes, Faraday and I, we apologized to her from the bottom of our hearts. It was all we could do. But just saying you're sorry won't bring my sister back, she said. And then she gave me a hard slap across the face. Well, she certainly had a lot of self-control to stop at just a slap. If it was me, not even 100 lashes would have been punishment enough. I suppose that. You said it herself. And she never wanted to see either of us ever again. But after that, you've seen her many times over, correct? Yeah, Faraday and I, even after the KG-8 incident had come to a close, we continued to hunt down the smuggling ring and got involved in a variety of cases. Weirdo. Oh, would you look at that? The cabin has gone to 38 degrees. It is also 32 degrees outside, so this cabin is 6 degrees hotter. Fucking greenhouse! Or a sauna. But it was no use. We cracked so many different cases. But the result was always the same. We couldn't find the real mastermind behind the ring. Is the ring really that big? It's something to do with Twitch, Eileen. I know I painted it grey. I regret it every day, Freud. But it'll help absorb heat in the winter, at least. It's gonna cost so much to insulate this. It was in the pursuit of the ring that we met you once again. My mom is an piece of ice. What? It was during another trial related to the smuggling ring. Faraday was the prosecutor, and I, as the lead detective, took to the witness stand. She appeared out of the blue as the defense attorney. A client was related to the smuggling ring, and she was defending them? Yeah. You was pursuing the ring as best she could as a lawyer. As a lawyer. Oh, has aircon. She has aircon. I think she defended Rel this time, for the same reason. Come to think of it, Miss Yu did say something to the same effect. My eyes! I have my own agenda. I'm still on the hunt for leads regarding the KG8 incident, alright? And for that, you have not a single qualm about defending a known killer? Don't put words in my mouth. I said no such thing. You know, I think if I do eventually get insulation for the cabin, it will help keep it cooler. But I don't know how I could get floor insulation installed, you know? Only way I had to get close to Mr. Rel was to be his lawyer. I had no intention of covering for him, ever. So don't you dare suggest I was going to. You get someone do it. I get someone do it. It costs a lot of money. I found on her roof and she's an ice cube. After I get a what? Say it, Freud. Say it. Don't say it. I'll be triggered. I'm triggered! It doesn't matter what a reason is. Helping a criminal is just despicable. You're so naive, little girl. I could have stolen this lollipop from you. That's how naive you are. How dare you insult the daughter of a Von Karma? Just like us, you felt that she had hit the limit of what the law could do. That's all. The law is merely a tool. There's no limit to it, only the skill of the craftsman. You two are still too young, but one day you'll know what I mean. BRB, no worries. But enough sidetracking. What matters is that we met you again in pursuit of the smuggling ring. That's all. So what was your relation to Mr. Faraday? He even seemed to know Kay fairly well. I met him when he was a rookie prosecutor. Known him ever since. And Kay, I've known her since the day she was born. Faraday and I, we cracked quite a few cases together. But you two seem to have made no progress at all in the Yatagarasu case. Did we touch a nerve? God, this heat is making me so tired. I only have one thing to say to you. No one knew more about the Yatagarasu than me and Faraday. That's why I was called upon to testify in today's trial. To prove that Rel was not the real Yatagarasu. Which I would have done if he hadn't turned around and accused Faraday. After the accusation, I was asked to testify, but this time to prove or disprove the accusation, but I guess I won't be doing that either. I sense that there's more to the statement than meets the eye. Perhaps a bit more digging into the Yatagarasu is what's necessary. The Yatagarasu. You claim to know much about the Yatagarasu. Would you care to share what you know with me? What you two should be looking for right now is proof of murderous intent towards Faraday and Rel. I agree, which is exactly why I'm asking you about the Yatagarasu, bitch. What? KG8 incident and this second KG8 incident, both of these cases are tied to the smuggling ring, and in both of these cases, the witness who was to testify about the ring was murdered. However, there is one point in which they differ, and that is the presence or absence of the great thief Yatagarasu. But Mr. Rell claimed to be the Yatagarasu. However, in the middle of the trial, he suddenly declared Mr. Faraday to be the real Yatagarasu. Then, during the recess, they were both killed. Don't you find that to be the least bit odd? Miles Edgeworth, stop beating around the bush and just spit it out already. I believe that there must be some reason that the two men suspected of being Yatagarasu were both killed at the same time. A reason, huh? And so in order to catch Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell's cold-blooded killer, I feel that I need to learn as much as I can about the Yatagarasu. If it'll help you solve the case, then I'll tell you. I'll tell you the reason why we've never caught the Yatagarasu. What was that sudden outburst for? You almost made me whip you by accident. Ow! Still accidentally whipped me anyway. There are three main reasons why the Yatagarasu will always be one step ahead. First, the Yatagarasu always knows the exact location of the target object. Second, the Yatagarasu always knows exactly how to disarm the security system. Third, the Yatagarasu doesn't leave a single shred of evidence behind ever. I see. So those are the Yatagarasu's special traits. The Yatagarasu. The Yatagarasu. Sounds like an incredibly elusive thief. The Yatagarasu has never been caught on tape, never tries to draw anyone's attention, and would never do something as lowbrow as commit murder. That's how I knew that Rell wasn't the real Yatagarasu right away. But you can't use that sort of logic on its own to prove that he wasn't. Listen, little girl, I'm not done talking yet. What's different about this time was that evidence related to the smuggling ring was sent to the police. And the sender was none other than the one who infiltrated the Cadopian embassy. The Yatagarasu. The Yatagarasu sent the evidence? Until now, the Yatagarasu would always publicize any corrupt dealings through the mass media. But not this time. The evidence this time was something only Faraday and I, and a select few others knew about. In that case, how can you be so sure that it was the Yatagarasu who sent it? That's easy. A special card that only the Yatagarasu uses was attached. Yeah, it's not like that's common knowledge or anything. That's how I can be so sure. And just what sort of card is it? Here, take a look at this article. Yeah, it's not like anybody could replicate that card or anything, you know? Nothing like... Hold on a second. Okay. So tired. I really wish I could have slept better last night. Here's hoping I sleep good on Wednesday. Whenever the Yatagarasu wants to publicize something, a white card is sent along with the stolen information. But when we questioned Rell about what was sent along with the white card, Rell had no idea what it was. And that's how Detective Bad knew that Mr. Rell was a phony. Thank you very much. I have a much better understanding of the Yatagarasu now. Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Yes? His Honor would like to transfer the evidence from today's trial over to you, sir. So if you could please head over to the courtroom, it'd be much appreciated, sir. Understood, I'll be there shortly. Detective Bad, what does the law say about this? I took a guess there. What does the law mean to you? Finding the answer to that question is the only reason I'm still alive. Alright, chill, Mr. Edgy. I became a prosecutor to find the answer to that question myself, and to play a part in ensuring that all criminals everywhere are found guilty. Oh my god, I'm fucking knackered. Holy fuck. September 10th, District Court, courtroom number 3. Oh, it's you, Mr. Edgeworth. It appears that His Honor is still a bit dispirited. For the first time today, I experienced what it's like to stand at the witness stand. I now have a greater appreciation for just how hard it is to give testimony. Well, there's no reason for you to be all depressed about it, Your Honor. As a judge, no one expects you to think about anything other than the verdict. Francisco, there's no need to further depress His Honor. I'm not trying to, Miles. Your Honor. Your Honor, I've come to collect the evidence that was to be transferred to me. Your Honor? The evidence? Your Honor! Oh, you! Yes, can I help you? I'd like to collect the evidence now, sir. I'm going to split it for like an hour or two. Spiritual day for us, and tomorrow is Eid. I might join you later. I'm not going to lie to you, Freud. I don't know how long I'll be streaming because I'm a bit knackered after an hour. I don't know if it's the heat or the lack of sleep. I'm going to try for 4 hours, though, at least, to try and do my minimum. I'd like to collect the evidence now, sir. Your Honor, do you think you can stay focused long enough to at least do your job? I'm trying, Francisca. Yes, I'm sorry. And I would, except that the defense attorney has yet to arrive. She's busy with investigation, so let's keep this brief, shall we? Very well. In that case, please confirm that all the pieces of evidence are present. Furthermore, the evidence that was used in the murders of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell are also included, so please go ahead and use them to your investigation into their case. Understood, Your Honor. Pieces of evidence that were used in the murder of those two men. This could be a very good chance for me to find new leads regarding their case. Maybe even something that will finally lead me to the truth. I've placed all the evidence over at the prosecutor's bench for you. I see, thank you very much. I'll go and confirm that they're all accounted for. Evidence that Miss Yu prepared is just sitting here on this table. You know you can't just walk off with it, right? Of course I do. Miss Yu must have been caught off guard by a client's sudden accusation. I wonder how she would have defended Mr. Rell in that case if he was still alive. So this is the evidence related to today's Cadopian Embassy trial from Mr. Faraday's bag. You mean the evidence bag that was on the table in lobby number 2, right? Yes, finally we can now take a look at the evidence itself and not just data about them. Let's be sure to thoroughly examine them while we have the time. Agreed, I want to take a good look at all of the evidence from the Embassy murder too. And why is that? Because I still don't fully understand what today's trial was about. Don't point your crop at me just because you don't know something. Yeah, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me, please. Please don't hurt me. I know you try to order me around just because Papa chose you today. See, someone still sore about not being picked by Mr. Von Karma. It's also real to see the knife up close. So we have the knife, the gun, and an envelope. And what's this organizer doing here? Oh, that's right, I completely forgot to tell you. About what, Your Honor? They found Mr. Faraday's personal organizer inside that evidence bag of his. Detective Bad requested it be passed along to you. He said it would help the investigation. Detective Bad said that? What a strange stroke of luck. Well, never look a gift horse in the mouth. I might as well flip through it, too. Let's go! This gun, it was originally used to kill the Cadopian Embassy staff member. When the crime was reported, the responding police found Mr. Rell still holding it, which led to his immediate arrest. And then this gun took the original shooter's life. How ironic. Indeed. There doesn't seem to be anything else we can learn from this piece of evidence. Yeah, damn! It's the knife that was used to kill Mr. Faraday. Who would have thought that such a beautiful piece of art could be used for such a cruel act? And it's never crossed your mind that you use your riding crop for the wrong purpose? Mr. Faraday's organizer, it appears he was in the habit of using it. It looks like he wrote his strategy for getting Mr. Rell convicted down in here. I've collected the evidence I need to prove that Rell was the killer. Between the handgun Rell had on him when he was arrested and the surveillance tape, should be able to prove that he was the one. It appears that Mr. Faraday honestly believed that Mr. Rell was the killer in the case. The sound of his handgun going off was recorded with superb clarity on the surveillance video. I also have evidence that I can use to prove that Rell is not the real Yatagarasu. It also appeared that he had proof that Mr. Rell was not the Yatagarasу. No matter how he may try to play it, as long as I have the Yatagarasu's key, I can prove he's a phony. If I present it to him in court, it should clear everything up. He apparently also had a very definitive piece of evidence. It's been a long battle. I hope that this will finally bring it to an end. Yes, I believe that Mr. Faraday was well prepared to discredit any claim that Mr. Rell may have made about being the real Yatagarasu. And he had a way to prove that Mr. Rell was the guilty party in the Embassy murder. This organizer is a clue straight from Mr. Faraday. I'll have to take my time and give it a thorough read later. Look, there's a picture stuck between these pages here. It appears to be a key. And a rather ornate one at that. Just look at the design on the handle. It's a butterfly! Is that a Persona reference? The craftsmanship is superb. Could this be the Yatagarasu's key Mr. Faraday mentioned in his organizer? The Yatagarasu's key? Detective Bad said something earlier. What's different about this time was that evidence related to the smuggling ring was sent to the police, and the sender was none other than the one who infiltrated the Kodopian embassy, the Yatagarasu. The Yatagarasu! The Yatagarasu sent the evidence? Until now, the Yatagarasu would always publicize any corrupt dealings through the mass media. But not this time. The evidence this time was something only Faraday and I, and a select few others knew about. Mr. Faraday must have been trying to keep the secret key safe. As prosecutor on both the Yatagarasu and smuggling ring cases, that's to be expected. Sweet. That's odd. What is it? Mr. Faraday didn't mention anything about a knife in his organizer. That certainly is odd. The weapon that was used to kill the Kodopian embassy staff member was the gun. But if that's the case, then where did the knife that was used to murder Mr. Faraday come from? Isn't it obvious it was brought into the courthouse by Mr. Rell? That's the only logical conclusion, right? No, because it's not that easy to smuggle a weapon like that in here. Every person who enters the courthouse doors is checked thoroughly for contraband. Furthermore, the suspect was handcuffed, making it impossible for him to bring a knife as large as this inside. In that case, how do you suppose this knife ended up inside the courthouse? I need to think carefully here. There is nothing related to the knife written anywhere in Mr. Faraday's organizer. However, it's a fact that this knife came from Mr. Faraday's evidence bag. Conversely, there is one item listed in Mr. Faraday's organizer that no one has claimed to have seen today. So in order to solve this mystery, I believe I'll need to take another good look at the evidence. Miles Edgeworth, can I take the fact that you have yet to answer me to mean that you don't have an answer for me? Actually, I do know the answer, Francisca. What? Then what is it? One of the pieces of evidence we've been holding has been hiding a secret of its own, and it was through this piece of evidence that the knife was brought into the courthouse. I don't know, probably the bloody bog.
Take that!
I don't see how that answers my question at all. Every piece of evidence has some secretive aspects about it. Oh, then I'd man to know what the secret is to this one. Alright, maybe there is no secret to this one. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. It's not going to be the Yatagarasu's key. How the fuck would that get it in, you know? Yes.
Take that!
Nuh-uh. It's not gonna be the pen. I'm gonna try the pen. Yeah, thought not. Just thought I'd try that. That was one of my out there possibilities. Alright then, let's try the thing that I thought it couldn't be at all.
Take that!
I can't fucking win. This is some bullshit. This Yatagarasu's key Mr. Faraday mentions in his organizer. This is how the knife was brought into the courthouse. You're not making any sense, Miles Edgeworth. Huh. You just need to look a bit closer, Francisca, to see what I mean. Don't the color and ornamentation of this key's handle remind you of anything? They do remind me of the knife. Very good. Both the Yatagarasu's key and this photo and the murderous knife have this very unique design on their handles. Oh shit, yeah, it is a fucking butterfly if you unfold it. Yeah, if you split it down. Oh my god. It's a switch, it's one of those switchblades, isn't it? Fuck! Furthermore, even though Mr. Faraday mentions this Yatagarasu's key, the only object we found at the crime scene was the knife. You don't seriously mean to say... I forgot switchblade, I forgot, you know, butterfly knives exist, that's the one. Okay, because we have butterfly knife. Fuck! It's right there! Butterfly knife! Appears that you finally caught up. And yes, I do mean to say that these two pieces are in fact one and the same. But that's impossible! Even if that is what you believe, we should still investigate this possibility. Uh-huh. I wonder what happens if you push that in. There you go. I can't believe it turned into a key. To think there was such a trick to this thing. So the weapon used to kill Mr. Faraday is actually the key the Yatagarasu stole. This piece of information is more critical than anything we've learned up until now. Frankly, I'm shocked. Mr. Faraday only mentioned the key aspect of this piece of evidence in his organizer. It's possible that even he had no idea this key was hiding a knife blade inside. But if that's true, then only someone who knew about the key to the knife trick could have killed Mr. Faraday. Even among law enforcement, this key was top secret. We're looking for someone who knew even more about the key than even Mr. Faraday. Meaning that the only person it could be is the one who sent the key in the first place. The great thief Yatagarasu. Then maybe Mr. L really was the Yatagarasu. And he was the one who killed Mr. Faraday. Isn't that one possible scenario? No, not really, especially since Mr. Faraday was absolutely convinced Mr. L was not the Yatagarasu. Besides, the Detective Bad said earlier, but when we questioned Rel about what was sent along with the white card, Rel had no idea what it was. I see. Alright then, I guess the person who knows the trick behind this key is someone else, and that person is the real Yatagarasu. It seems that this key is truly the key to solving this case. You get it? Took a quick look through these documents before the trial started. Well, I wasn't even afforded the opportunity to skim it. Yeah. If he said it, it must surely be true, yeah. Suppose I should explain it to you then. Yes, you should. Perfectly in its entirety. Man, if I don't get good sleep, I'm gonna be fucked for this 24-hour stream. But damn. Nah, to be honest, I only got up because the person delivered the aircon unit, and then I didn't want to go back to bed. So I could have got more sleep. Could be fine. On the night of September 8th, an embassy staff member was killed in front of the embassy. Staff member died of shock due to being shot in the heart. Matt Krell was brought in that night as a suspect and thoroughly questioned because the murder weapon was found on him, for which he was arrested on the spot. A simpleton of a man, that's what he was. Huh. Perhaps he was, for the weapon wasn't the only incriminating evidence we had. Mr. Earl was caught in the act on film by a security camera. He was an even bigger simpleton than I thought. Can't believe he didn't notice a security camera. The Cadopian Embassy's security system is supposedly very well designed. He may have simply not been aware that there was a camera in there. So, have you seen the contents of the video for yourself? Yes, the surveillance video the security camera took was played during the trial by Mr. Faraday. You can clearly identify Mr. Rel on it, even the sound of the gunshot was crystal clear. So the footage included sound, huh? I don't think I'd ever want to see the moment of someone's death in real life. Me neither. Haha, well, sucks to be you, Edgeworth, because, you know, you saw your daddy die. My father's dead, Phoenix. What the fuck? Yeah, it was actually a healthcare CEO, you know? There we go. That's odd, we're short one piece of evidence. And the piece that's missing is the surveillance video that was played in court. The surveillance video? I got it. How could a piece of evidence just disappear? Where did it go? Video showing the moment in which Mr. Rell committed the murder. Where could it have gone indeed? Are you done with your inspection of the evidence? Yes, I'm finished. However, Your Honor, I'm missing a single piece of prosecutorial evidence. Your Honor, were you derelict in your duties? What? No! I dare not lick my duties. What do you take me for? No, Your Honor, the most important piece of evidence in today's trial. The surveillance video is not among the evidence you laid out for me. But I brought Mr. Faraday's whole bag with me from the crime scene. Maybe the tape is still somewhere at the crime scene. There's something wrong here. Something about this missing piece of evidence. It would appear that for me to find the answers I seek, I'll have to pay another visit to the scene of the crime, defendant lobby number 2. Oh boy, I wonder where it is. Who the fuck is that? Huh? That's Detective Bad, but who is he with? I've never seen that officer before. So, did you find it? No, not yet, and I've looked everywhere. I see. Well then, please continue with the search. Understood, I'll continue the search. Heh, so you're the one running the show. Prosecutors like you shouldn't even be allowed at crime scenes. Oh, it's what's-his-face. How dare you? Just who do you think you are? It's who's his name? From the last case. What was that all about, and who was that man just now? Whoever he was, I've never seen a more impudent officer in my life. Does he even know that we're standing right here behind him? I know you're standing right behind me. What do you want, kids? Oh. Looks like you were paying attention after all. Of course I was. I have eyes in the back of my head. Ah, so that mirror isn't for vanity's sake. It's for him to keep an eye out on who or what is behind him at all times. So tell me, Detective Bad, who was that rude man just now? The guy came here from the Republic of Zheng Fa to study. He's Agent Lang. He's trying everything he can to revive the lost honor of his family. He's traveling the world to study different philosophies of attainment from scratch. By visiting various police departments around the world, he has a lot of dedication. Huh? Like who? He's still just a rookie cap, but I sense a strong grudge of some sort from him. The guy is more useful than Gumshoe, even if he is rude. Well, he sure has a lot of guts to come to this country and give prosecutors a hard time. I agree, however, I can think of one young lady that statement also applies to. Hold on. That works, I'm awake a bit more. Anyway, what was the agent looking for, Detective Bad? Earlier, that little girl was poking around in lobby number 1 as well. Like I said before, it's got nothing to do with the two of you. Huh, I highly doubt that it has nothing to do with me. Huh. Fine, if this is the game I must play, then I'll take this opportunity to draw out what he's been hiding and what happened in this room straight from him. There's one tiny TV. Detective Gumshoe was rather shocked at this, and he said it's huge compared to his own. Ha! Anything you compare with something he owns will always seem grandiose. Speaking of grandiose, I'd say that ego of yours could use a little deflating. Earlier you were in lobby number 1 and now you're here in lobby number 2. You're quite the busy man, Detective Bad. Multiple returns to a crime scene brings about success. That's what we detectives say. I see. In that case, you won't mind if I asked about what happened again, correct? I don't have anything left to say to you, boy. Boy, you'll see. I will draw my answer from you one way or another. Would it kill you to help us even a tiny bit in our investigation? I gave Faraday's notebook to the judge earlier. That's help enough, don't you think? Don't you think? Please, we're asking for you for just a bit more of your cooperation. Don't push me, kid. I'd like to ask once again about what happened here at the time of crime. I refuse to answer. Any more investigating you do would be a waste of time. Besides, how am I supposed to answer questions about things I don't know about? Things you don't know about, but aren't you supposed to know everything? He should. Wait, is it possible? Maybe he doesn't know about the trick behind that piece of evidence. I should try showing it to him. May prove to be the key to getting some answers from Detective Bad. No shit, that's what I was gonna do. Detective Bad, did you know this existence of the item in this photograph? Of course I did. It's my job to know everything related to the Yatagarasu case. In that case, let me ask you something. Did you know that knife that killed Mr. Faraday and this Yatagarasu's key are one and the same? What? That's impossible. It looks like you didn't know after all. This piece of evidence, which we call the Yatagarasu's key, is actually a well-camouflaged knife. Mr. Faraday was planning to use this Yatagarasu's key to prove that Mr. Rel was not the real Yatagarasu. Isn't that correct? I guess so. However, Mr. Faraday had no idea that it was in fact a knife. Yeah, I have to admit, neither one of us knew the fact. And if neither of us knew, then no one in law enforcement knew either. How do we miss something as big as this? I noticed that since a little while ago you appear to be searching for something. I presume that this key is what you were searching for? Yeah, that's right. And why were you searching for it? Because I promised Faraday. I promised that I'd protect that key with my life. But after he was killed, the key disappeared from Faraday's evidence bag. Who would have thought that the key is what took Faraday's life? Detective Bad, so that we may find the truth, please testify for me once more. Alright, but it doesn't matter how many times I tell you about what happened. Nothing will change. It's gonna change. Uno momento, por favore. Let me grab it on this real. Oh my god, that is hot. Ah! And by the way, update, the cabin is now 38.9 degrees. We're almost at 40 degrees in this cabin. And it's not even the height of summer. It will get hotter than this. I hope the aircon works. Otherwise, I'm going to cry. God damn it, my ear. That's better. I ask that you please testify once more about what happened in lobby number 2 and what you experienced in lobby number 1. My answer is still the same, and this is the last time I'm gonna do this. That's fine, because I only need this one last time to clear everything up. And find the truth behind this case. I'm going to find the truth. The truth. I was in lobby number 1, talking with you. Me? I wasn't there. No, you. Yeah, I wasn't there. No, you. You. Yeah, no, shit joke. Have to do it every time. We were talking about some trivial things. I heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to reconvene. When we heard it, you and I immediately dashed out into a hallway together. I saw Gumshoe goofing around there, and then we all ran into lobby number 2. Alright. Man, I'm actually questioning if I can get to 4 hours. Holy fuck. I'm gonna go straight to bed after the stream. Sounds like the exact same story you told us before. Indeed, however, I feel that we have yet to draw out all the information that we can. I'm literally poking myself to keep myself awake. Yeah, true. I was in lobby number 1, talking with you.
Hold it!
Why did Miss Yu choose lobby number 1? Answer me! Who knows? She just said that she had something she wanted to talk to me about. And we walked into lobby number 1 together, that's all. So his answer remains the same as before, I see. We're talking about some trivial things. Hopefully, yeah. Let me could expand on what exactly you were discussing with Miss Yu. Trivial stuff. It was nothing important. That's for me to decide. Alright, I suppose that's for him to decide. Moving on then.
Hold it!
So you heard the gunshot. Did you notice anything else that was out of the ordinary? I didn't hear anything, any other strange sounds until that gunshot. The gunshot Detective Bad heard was really the one from the murder. That would give that other piece of evidence an entirely different meaning. I ask that you please amend your testimony with that statement just now. I know what to do. I know what to do. Detective Bad, you honestly don't remember hearing anything else? Yeah. Is it possible you were so involved in your conversation that you missed something? I've been a detective for a long time, and even if I were involved in something, I've got quite the habit of keeping tabs on everything that goes on around me. If there had been some other strange sound, you can be sure I would have heard it. I suppose with this detective, that's probably very likely. Why are you adding deaths? Why are you adding deaths? Huh? It didn't lower my fucking... Yeah. I just wanted to hear what he says about those items. That's all, dude. That's totally the reason why. So, the gunshot.
Hold it!
And why did the two of you dash out into the hallway straight away? Because we clearly heard the sound of a gunshot. And we knew it came from somewhere nearby. How did you know that it was a gunshot? In my line of work, you hear enough of them to know. I suppose it's only natural for a detective to know what a real gunshot sounds like. But given the circumstances, the only person I could think of whose life would have been in danger was Faraday. That's why I ran out into the hallway right away and headed for where he was.
Hold it!
Please, pull down, cabin. 38.5. Detective Gumshoe was there in the hallway? Yeah. Why didn't you attest to that earlier? When I saw Gumshoe, it was after I heard the gunshot. I haven't seen him then, didn't change the fact that he still could have done the deed. Sounds exactly like what Detective Bad told us before, however. There's something in particular we should be asking the detective about? There just might be. No one knew that the knife is actually Yatagorosu's key. Reflecting on that, perhaps there's other things that we know now, but Detective Bad doesn't yet. Yes, I know. Well, I do know, but I don't know how to, Shit! I don't have the thing to present it! No! There goes that idea. Wait. No. 200 per April 2008, 1,360. There's a 70 there. 11 million deaths nationwide in 2007. The number is expected to something. Okay, I don't have the proper evidence, but I'm gonna try this.
Objection!
Fuck! Let's show the contradiction in your statement with this. How you do that? Because I can't see how you can. Can you explain how you plan to do so in a way I can comprehend? Yes, well... If what you're doing right now is thinking up a way to explain it, then that means it was simply a guess all along, wasn't it, Miles? Yes. I'm gonna try it here.
Objection!
Motherfucker! It wasn't a gunshot. It was the fucking surveillance video. It was the fucking surveillance video. Come on, it's that easy to tell. The surveillance videotape's still in the fucking VCR player. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong, though. Where's Boss when I need him to tell me the answer, eh? Bro, what the fuck? Okay, now I actually don't know.
Hold it!
So you heard a gunshot. I'll sit here. Strange times. Ah, so we did. Uh-oh.
Objection!
Balloon! Figured it out. Detective Bad, did this balloon fragment remind you of anything? It's the same color as the one Kay was holding. Oh, so you knew about that girl's balloon? Yeah, is this Fortnite? Yes, this is Fortnite, Ches. Yeah, I was sitting with her up in the gallery. During the recess, just before we split up, I filled that balloon up for her. Well, as you may have already surmised, this piece did indeed come from Kay's balloon. So, what about the balloon? I wonder if you might remember hearing this balloon pop at some point? What are you getting at? Huh, this fragment was found in the hallway right in front of lobby room number 2. Furthermore, it was the sound of this balloon popping that the judge mistook as a gunshot. Oh? So the sound that the judge heard was not actually a gunshot, huh? On top of that, His Honor said that he heard the balloon pop about 20 minutes before the trial was to reconvene. Yes, which means that His Honor heard the balloon pop in the hallway when you were in lobby number 1, Detective Bad. And if you were in lobby number 1 at that time, you were close enough that you should have heard the balloon popping as well. So? Don't give me a so. We just proved that there's a flaw in your testimony. The crackling of the truth is louder than the sound of your sweet naivete crackling. Since you kids don't seem to know, let me fill you in on something. Had you ever stopped to think why the doors and walls of this place seem so rugged? That's because they were designed to keep secrets from being leaked. But what is that supposed to mean? They're soundproof! The doors and walls are super thick, the window panes are double layered. Top it all off, even the curtains are made of a special sound-absorbing material. Then you mean... Since I was shut up inside lobby number 1, there was no way I could have heard that sound. No! I knew that's what he was going to say. And that means that Scruffface's testimony is completely useless. The rooms are soundproof, and of course he wasn't to hear any signs of a struggle. Ugh! That's also why it's only natural that I didn't hear the balloon popping. Now do you get it, kids? Miles, I thought we were supposed to be the ones finding flaws in his logic. Not the other way around. The other way around? It's not possible to hear the sound of a balloon popping if one were in lobby number 1. However, if we examine the situation in reverse, a person standing in the hallway should not be able to hear the real gunshot either. And yet Detective Gumshoe claims to have heard it while he was standing in the hallway. Detective Bad, if that is the case, how exactly did you hear the gunshot? What do you mean, how? I just did. It would appear that you have yet to realize the contradiction in your own words. Oh? How so? If the rooms are as soundproof as you say they are, then how did the sound of the gunshot enter your ears? I see what you mean. I guess I'm more out of it from Faraday's murder than I had thought. Which means what exactly, Miles? In the end, what does it all boil down to? It boils down to this. There must be a reason as to how the detectives Bad and Gumshoe heard a gunshot they theoretically couldn't have. It looks like we need to examine the state of the crime scene again, huh? State of the crime scene? Wait, can it be? It's that ultra-strong perfume you wear. She spilled some of it. Ah! Way too noisy. The surveillance video? How can a piece of evidence just disappear? Where did it go? Connected. Simply not possible for the killer to escape through barred windows, and yet the fragrance of perfume managed to escape from defendant lobby number 1. Of course, incorporeal things can move freely through these open barred windows. It's in the television! Fuck you! Now then, what else besides the smell can go both in and out of an open barred window? The answer is sound. So no matter how careful the killer was, if the windows were open, the jig would be up. And since the windows in both defendant lobby number 1 and the hallway were open, that explains how the sound of a gunshot could be heard. Oh, there we go. Now I do it. Figure it out! It's in the fucking VCR player! I've known this for so long! The missing piece of evidence is a video. That shows the moment in which Mr. Rell killed the embassy staff member. Yeah, you do. I got one of them wrong for the connections. The sound of the gunshot left quite an impression on me when it was played during the trial. The video should have been returned to Mr. Faraday's evidence bag for the recess, and brought back here. If it disappeared after that time, then it's possible that the tape is still here in this room. Eureka! The evidence that the missing evidence created for me is a gunshot sound that no one should have been able to hear in the first place. Miles, what have you been thinking about? Yeah. Stop wasting time thinking and let's start looking again. It's not a waste of time to think, for I figured out where we should look. And where would that be? I believe we should examine the television. The TV? Well, you kids have fun. Go ahead and examine whatever you like. VCR player! It's a video player, and there seems to be a videotape inside. It looks like it. The tape must have stopped on its own when it reached the end. This tape, could it not be the missing surveillance tape? I suppose, but... Detective Bad, would it be alright with you if I verified the contents of this video? Sure, knock yourself out. Alright then, let's rewind this and see what we have. If I remember correctly, the footage of Rell killing the embassy staff member should be about the 30-minute mark from the start of the tape. Understood, this should be about right. Now then, let's see. Oh god, it's porn. This is the footage of Mr. Rell shooting the embassy staff member. I knew it. The missing piece of evidence, the surveillance video, was here all along. The sound. What's the meaning of this? Appears that Detective Bad has figured out the true source of the gunshot he heard. With this, I think we can figure out the trick behind this double murder. Do you mean that you figured it all out then? Not at all. Yes, all I have to do now is show what the gunshot Detective Bad and Gumshoe heard was, and through where they heard it from. Fine, in that case, show me what you deduced. Window. Just as with the spilled perfume in lobby number 1, if the windows were open, that piece of evidence sound would also dissipate out. Now to show what the gunshot Detective Bad and Gumshoe heard was. Just investigate. Earlier when Detective Gumshoe touched this, it made a most terrible racket. You mean when Scruffy turned the television on, right? Actually, come to think of it, I don't think Detective Gumshoe actually touched the television at all. Furthermore, it seemed more like when a video feed suddenly stops, at least it did to me. I wonder why that is. I don't know. Show what the gunshot Detective Bad and Gumshoe heard was, and through where they heard it from. Window with the video. Right? Gotta be the only, because you know, it matches both criteria. What the sound was and where they heard it from. Open windows.
Eureka!
If the door and windows to the crime scene, namely this room that we're in, were closed, the killer could have used the gun and no one would have been the wiser. That's true, this courthouse does seem to be well designed for such a thing, as it were. However, what happened in reality was, Detective Gumshoe, Detective Bad, and Miss Yu, all three of them heard the gunshot. Well, the windows in lobby number 1, 2, and the hallway were open, so naturally the people in those locations could hear it. Ah, but then why would the criminal open the window in the first place? To allow the gunshot to be heard, I suppose. Correct, that's the only logical conclusion we can draw from this. But why was that necessary in the first place? I want a real answer, Miles. I demand satisfaction. Very well, I believe that the killer wanted to manipulate our perception of a certain fact. What was it the killer wanted to manipulate our perception of? When the crime took place! Because the only person who could have the windows open so the sound could be heard was by using perfume. There you go. The windows are open because you need to vent the smell of it. Then, that way, they could use the video, which, you know, has a 30-minute timer. You know, 30 minutes into the video, that's when it goes off. Set it like that, bing bang bosh. Everybody hears it. Oh, guess what? They died earlier. There's a fucking alibi because they were actually in a different fucking room. The killer wants to fabricate the time of death to their precise wishes, and they use the gunshot in the surveillance video to do so. A big brain! Maybe sleep deprivation makes me smarter. Sleep deprivation makes me goddamn genius. Now, why is it doing that? Oh, interesting. Hold on a sec. My Stream Deck stopped working at about 10 past 1. Yep, my Stream Deck stopped working. Interesting. Yeah, so apparently the app crashed, and no, as in the app just closed down. It says 10 past 1 on it, so it's been stuck. Also, the buttons don't work now. Don't worry, it's done this before. I think the app just needs updating. It also doesn't help that my computer's lagging a bit right now with the heat. I'm not even joking. Like, let me see if I can show this. Right, so if I put on display capture, right, watch this. I'm going to press... Oh, there we go, see? Yeah, see, there you go. I just had to boot that back up again. Watch this. I'm going to press the Windows button now. You see that fucking lag? You see... Oh, this upgrade cannot come soon enough. Anyway, is that... Yeah, that's still... Bam, 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 bam. Egg. So that's why the tape was left running. You mean the gunshot I heard was from this video? Yes, which means that the murders really occurred at an earlier time than we thought. Must have been during the recess, but before Detective Gumshoe was on guard duty. Someone who has no alibi for that time period, and planned this crime out in advance. That person is the real killer. Ayy. Ayy. But then who's the real murderer? Mr. Eggworth. Oh my god. Oh my god, no. Come on. No, it's not a thing! I was praying Miles Eggworth was a thing, you know? I was really hoping just an egg that looks like Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Yes, what is it? Miss Yu is asking for you. She's in the courtroom, sir. She says that she's identified the murderer, but that she wants to clarify something, sir. It looks like Miss Yu is still investigating something. Understood. Please tell her that I'll be there right over. I'll come along. I want to hear what she has to say. It would appear that time has come to uncover the truth. To be continued. Wow, isn't that a great time to end the stream? I'm kidding. I really want to, mind you. I really fucking want to. I'd love nothing more than to just, get a bit close to that fan there. That's nice. Oh, let's get this case beaten. September 10th, 6:15 PM, District Court, courtroom number 3. Actually, I'm gonna go use this time to refill my drink because it's empty. I'm back, got a refill. Okay, what are you doing here? People, and I'm back cooking again. Okay, this isn't the time or place. Yeah, there we go, my Stream Deck's back. It's having a bit of issue reading stuff, though. Even the Stream Deck is laggy. Holy fuck, what's happening with my PC today? Oh yeah, it might help if I close that down for the stream. I don't need that on right now. That could help a bit. Yeah, that could help. Okay, what are you doing here? Oh, hello, mister. I'm still investigating. Good job. But the object you're looking for is already... Okay, don't mind him. Please, continue your investigation. Okay, you got it. Detective Bad, haven't we already found what you were looking for? If it means I can keep her in the dark just a little longer, any little task will do. Oh, you're more sympathetic than I thought. Huh. Ooh. It's bloody hot, right? I've been waiting for you, Edgeworth. I've also been waiting for the moment in which we can finally lay this case to rest. The moment in which we can finally lay this case to rest? Wasn't that when we placed Detective Gumshoe under arrest? Man, why she got it out for Gumshoe? Fuck her, honestly. I think we more than solved this case already. Don't you? We'll see, it all depends on whether or not your logic holds. Oh, I see, we even have a viewer in the gallery. And why, even Mr. Bad is here. A viewer in the gallery? I'm hardly just a bystander. I have a duty to see this case through to the end, no matter how it turns out. Oh, is that right? Anyway, I thought you might like to hear what I've slaved away to find out. I've taken statements on every single person's movements during the time when our suspect was in the hallway. I also confirmed that there is no possible route of escape from lobby number 2. Therefore, the killer must without a doubt be Detective Gumshoe. That's all you have? Yeah, that's all there is to my conclusion in this case. Sorry, but I beg to differ. In a trial, there is always time for a rebuttal, and we are standing in a court of law. It'd be more than appropriate to follow the rules of court in this case, don't you think? I'm absolutely like a rookie to think such a thing. But alright, I'll play along and give you a proper testimony. My logic is correct, then I've already won. All I have to do now is prove it by showing you who the real killer is. Oh boy! I wonder who the real killer is! Hey, yo, what the fuck is going on in the group chat? Everyone sans the suspect has an alibi for when the gun went off. Furthermore, the areas around the crime scene have all been... I know exactly who the killer is. Furthermore, the areas around the crime scene have been all thoroughly investigated, right? I also confirmed that there is no possible escape route from lobby number 2, which leaves us with the one unshakable conclusion that Detective Gumshoe is the killer. I know who the killer is! Now that you have your testimony, I expect a good rebuttal, Edgeworth. But of course, here's the thing though, if I get it wrong, haha, what an idiot. If I get it right, oh, you looked it up! You looked it up! Can never win. There is no need to confront her logic head-on right now. I should instead focus on drawing out any trump card she have up her sleeve. Oh my god, she works for Trump. Ah, bitch.
Hold it!
Hold it! The suspect, but I thought that Detective Gumshoe's alibi has already been proven. Are you joking, Edgeworth? I assure you this is no joke. Look, I know you heard from the judge earlier. The detective was in the hallway with Mr. Faraday's daughter eating a Swiss roll. Yes, that is correct. But see, that was 20 minutes before the real gunshot went off, right? And the problem is, there's no one else who can corroborate what he did since the snacking. I see she's done her research well, which means that I should focus on drawing out whatever trump card she's withholding. Apparently, C will hide it.
Hold it!
Whether they have been thoroughly investigated or not is for me to decide. The scrunched eyebrows and line on your forehead are back. Anyway, even if you believe it hasn't been exhaustive, the crime scene lobby number 2, there's no way out other than the hallway Detective Gumshoe was standing in. And because he claimed to be there, that makes him the only possible suspect. But isn't it also possible that someone escaped through a window and into the garden? That's the first place everyone looked, silly. Police aren't a bunch of lazy bums. They looked into every possibility, you know? Hey, what's that? Isn't that right, Mr. Bed? Yeah. There wasn't a scrap of evidence to suggest someone used one of the windows. There also weren't any footprints or anything in the courtyard garden. I suppose we really did check everything that could be relevant to the case. Actually, that reminds me, after this stream, I need to get my tape measure, because I am going through with the, cutting of a hole in my cabin. Because I've been reading up some reviews of the aircon units, and apparently the exhaust fans get really fucking hot. You know, because it's blowing out all the hot air. So, if I have the aircon unit near here and pipe it out a window, that pipe is still going to be bringing hot air into the cabin, right? So it kind of defeats the purpose there. Like, yeah, the aircon's going to be spewing out some cold air, but then you've got like a 2-meter pipe also radiating heat. So what I need to do is, I need to cut a hole around here. Hope that I can. Hopefully. Make it the size of the pipe. Pipe it out. And then we don't have to worry about the heat. Hopefully. So, what I need to do is I need to get my tape measure. Measure the diameter of the, Nothing will go wrong, surely. No. Trust me, I've thought this out, ProTag. I've thought this out. We get one of those circular drill bits. Can't remember what they're called. Get one the same diameter as the as the pipe, or you know, try and make one the same size as the pipe. Pipe it through. Then we add some sealant around the edges, right? But then we also add some rubber mats around each side, the inside and the outside rubber mats there. So there's extra protection against the elements, so the wood is safe. Then, we also get a piece of plastic above the piping so that it stops any rain from potentially getting in any other cracks. I thought this through! It might be a bit too... It might have been a bit too much, but you know. But yeah, we get something like some rubber flooring. We cut it out so the piping is fitted around it. Secure that onto the wood. And then the cut hole, like... Well, let me check. Do they even do them that size? They do. Huh. That's 11 quid. I might ask a family friend if they've got the parts, because I don't want to spend money on that. But if my original estimates are right, we need a 150mm hole saw. So that'll be fun. But we are drilling into wood. The issue though is, can the cabin handle that hole structurally? It should do, surely. Like, it's only a hole, you know? It's not like it's anything massive. But then again, I don't fucking know. Could have some damage to it. So I'll need to check the blueprints of the cabin and see if you can.
Hold it!
But yeah, that's going to be fun to also set it up. Are you absolutely positive that there are no possible routes of escape? Of course I'm sure. And why are you so certain? This is a courthouse, the place where criminals are brought to be judged. If there was an escape route, I'm sure every criminal will be using it to escape. It's just common sense. Miles Edgeworth, I suggest use a bit more of it in the future. Ah!
Hold it!
You may think it's unshakable, but to me there are still too many unanswered questions. For example, who was it that placed the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand? But you're the only one still wondering that. Detective Gumshoe probably had no idea which hand Mr. Faraday used to write with. Even if you know someone, it doesn't mean you'll know which hand they write with, right? I mean, I certainly don't care about that sort of thing. I'm not about to let her get a rise out of me with such a flippant statement. Suppose we really reached the end now. I already have my trump card ready, all that remains is to play it. Before I do, I think I should inquire into a little something about her argument. You said earlier that you confirmed the alibis of every person other than the suspect. However, I don't recall either Francisco or myself speaking with you about the subject. Ah, but there were witnesses. For you, there is your mentor who gave you an alibi. I see. As for the little Missy, she came to the courthouse during the recess and was stopped by a security guard at the door to the hallway. She gave him quite a whipping for that, or so I heard. I'm the daughter of Manfred von Karma, and I will not be forcibly stopped by a guard or a bailiff or anyone else. Wait, so basically the only reason Francisca bothered to show up today was because she found out that I was to be the replacement prosecutor? By the way, Miss Yu, what about everyone's alibis before Detective Gumshoe was assigned to guard duty? What about them? Have you looked into what people were doing during that span of time? What kind of idiot would you detain me for? Doesn't matter when the killer went into lobby number 2, from the time we heard the gunshot to the time Mr. Bad and I arrived on the scene as we dashed from lobby number 1. The only person who could have committed the crime was Detective Gumshoe. Yes, let's talk about when you and Detective Bad heard that gunshot, shall we? I suppose that if we go by your logic, then Detective Gumshoe is the only one. However, what if the crime had occurred at an entirely different time than when that gunshot you heard went off? What then? That gunshot was a trap. Oh. Okay. Sadly, your explanation is very lacking, Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe let me fucking say it? Gunshot we heard in lobby number 1. Care to explain how that could have been fabricated? Oh, gladly!
Take that!
The tape! Yes, it's exactly what you think it is. This is the surveillance tape of Mr. Rell the prosecution presented in today's trial. This was found loaded in the video player in lobby number 2. That was connected to the large television that had its volume turned all the way up. You can't honestly mean that the sounds we heard were... oh my fucking god. You can't honestly mean that the sound we heard was the gunshot in the video. Ah, but I do, which leads me to my next point. The murder has occurred much earlier than when anyone heard the gunshot. Yup. That's the only thing I can think of, too. Exactamundo. Exactamundo, eh? Fucking exactamundo. After committing double homicide, by the way, I figured out why the computer was lagging a bit. I know we don't use it, but I turned it on so people could get coins. I forgot to turn off crowd control. Even with a session disabled, still causing lag. I can't wait to get those PC parts, man. After committing double homicide, the killer took the surveillance video out from Mr. Faraday's evidence bag, turned the television's volume all the way up and left the video to play. Yup. If played from the beginning, it would take 30 minutes for the gunshot sound to come on. And since we now know that this method of time manipulation is possible, it opens up the possibility that the killer is someone other than Detective Gumshoe.
Objection.
Sounds from a television doesn't amount to much here. But of course, Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth and little Miss Von Karma already knew that much from the very beginning, right? Of course we knew, didn't we, Miles? Yes, of course, we know about the soundproof quality of this courthouse's rooms. Of course, I'm not about to admit that we had no idea until only a little while ago. That's right, and if the rooms are soundproof, then we should not have been able to hear it. And yet we heard the gunshots clear as day. And? That's it, end of story. Are you sure about that? But it's not. How should I explain why she was able... The windows were open. There is actually one common point between lobby number 1 and lobby number 2. And it's that despite the fact that both rooms have air conditioners installed... Will this game stop fucking taunting me? Tomorrow I'm turning you the fuck on. A window was open in each. Now we know that the window in lobby number 2 was opened by the killer. However, a window in lobby number 1 was also open.
Objection.
It's probably just coincidence that they were both open at the time. Huh. There's no mere coincidence, I assure you. Why is the window opened in lobby number 1? The answer is that a certain person did something to cause the window to be opened, and that person who triggered that action, that person is the real guilty party! The real killer is fucking you!
Take that!
Miss Callisto, you, I hereby formally indict you of the murder of Miss Faraday and Mr. Rell. What? You indict me? Are you serious, Miles? Why do you think she's the killer? I don't understand the motive just yet, but of course I'm serious, because she's the only one who could have done it. Well, Miss Yu, do you still feel like laughing now? Of course I do, Edgeworth. My argument must not be tight enough yet. Although I never thought things would spiral into this. Well, I'll have you know I'm enjoying this dance quite a bit. I guess this means it's time for my own rebuttal now, right? It's fucking obvious it's her! It was fucking obvious from the first start of the case, Protag! It doesn't take a fucking genius! Ooh, hold on a sec. Uh-oh. Hold on. Hello? One minute, guys. Yeah, that's my fault. I forgot to set it to a keybind. So a neighbor came to the door with their kid, because they were asking, do we have a pump for a pool? But they were only saying, do you have a pump? And they were like miles away from the doorbell camera, so to me it sounded like she was saying, do you have a pump? No, I don't have a dog. But nah. You argue that the window was open. By the way, yeah, Protag. Well, I do. Just ashes. Yeah, oh, whoa! What the fuck? By the way, Protag, do you want to know... Do you want to know how quick I figured out who the killer was? Takes a fucking genius to figure it out, doesn't it? My god, you need to be fucking Sherlock Holmes to figure this one out. You argue that the window was open, however, do you have proof that it was I who did that? Furthermore, do you have proof that the tape was used in committing the crime? Frankly, I'm shocked at you going around accusing people of murder like this. No. Especially logic is full of holes... Tongue-tied. This is where it really starts. I mustn't let my guard down for even a second or the truth will blow away. Now is the time to put the patented Von Karma perfect proof to the test. I already know where to present evidence, but let's go.
Hold it!
Evidence? All I need to do is have some prints analyzed and we know straight away. Huh. Be my guest. Sounds as though she has the room to maneuver, which means even if we were able to lift prints, they'd only show that it was someone else, but why that someone else was forced to open the window? That's simple logic. I want to try presenting that... Yeah, the perfume, obviously. What's wrong? Scrunched eyebrows, line on your forehead, they're all back. More importantly, you're going to be okay not running a fingerprint analysis? Yes, I'll be fine. Oh, well, in that case, I'll just continue on my testimony, alright?
Hold it!
I thought I just proved that it was. Sure, you proved that the tape was there at the scene of the crime. However, that doesn't prove that it was actually used in said crime. Unfortunately for you, Miss Yu. Oh, there we go. The fact that the tape was there at the crime scene is itself very important. How so? By the very existence of that tape at the crime scene, it proves the possibility that the when of the crime could have been fabricated, and that possibility alone renders all alibis and witness reports irrelevant. Basically, it means that we'll need to re-examine every person's movements again. Whether the tape was used in the crime or not, that we can re-evaluate afterwards. So in conclusion, you're admitting that you can't prove that it was at this point.
Hold it!
Even if you're shocked, this is no concern to me. I do things my own way. Oh? I see that you're not laughing for a change. Because I'm shocked. Again, you being shocked is of no concern to me. Let's continue with the testimony. Alright. Let me just say one thing. You shouldn't go around accusing people.
Hold it!
Hold it. Full of holes? Well, I suppose it might be. Oh, admitting to your faults now, are we? At this point in time is what I meant to say. Should I take that to mean that you're just a sore loser? No matter how full of holes my logic may be right now, if I plug them one at a time, I'll ultimately make my way to the truth. What a paradox. Take care not to fall into one of those holes before you fill it up. Kill her. Kill her. Oh, goddammit, don't ring the doorbell again. What the fuck? Are they actually back? Oh no, just a delivery guy. Alright. Hey, this guy didn't even knock on the door. It might not be for me. He just went straight around the back. Wait a minute. Could it be? I think I might know what it is. Hold on a sec. Give me a second. Never mind, guess the packages weren't for me. Nothing on the back garden. Miles, you remember, don't you? About why a window in lobby number 1 was open? Yes! Yes, of course I do. That's how I'll attack. I'll present the reason why the window had to be opened.
Objection!
Yeah. No. So me and my next door neighbor on the left, we have a shared pathway to the back. They could have gone to the neighbor's back garden. I'm sure you've seen this before, haven't you, Miss Yu? Aha, Edgeworth, I never knew you were into wearing that kind of perfume. It's not exactly what I'd recommend for boys, you know? What? This isn't mine? That's right, it's mine, and I received it from Detective Badge, you see. Miss Yu, you can pretend all you like, but we know at least this much is for sure. That you are the one who gave this bottle of perfume to Detective Bad. And yours, super easy to rile up. So what about the perfume? While you were in lobby number 1, you made a big show of spilling some of this perfume. That's according to Detective Bad. Oh, I know. You also knew that if you spilled it, he would naturally move to open a window.
Objection!
Come now, I've already told you that it's all just a big coincidence. After we opened the window in lobby number 1, I just left it open, you know? So maybe it was just dumb luck that we heard the gunshot through the window. Timing of when you were going to spill the perfume is something you could control. And the most important fact about this case is when people were made to hear the shot. Furthermore, it would have been pointless if you didn't have an alibi for yourself at that time. You mean? Miss Yu, you were the one who called Detective Bad into lobby number 1 when you saw him bring Detective Gumshoe into the hallway. Is that correct? All of today's premeditated events could only have been thought by you, Miss Yu. Ha! Bitch. Haha. You accuse me of murder on the fact that I spilled a little perfume. Well, allow me to say this much. I couldn't have killed Mr. Faraday. Or would you care to testify as to why? Look, I've had a lot of fun today, really. But I grow weary of this game of cat and mouse. Let's make this the last testimony and wrap up this absurd case once and for all. Yeah, okay. Accusing someone of murder over a spilled bottle of perfume is a bit over the top. I suppose forgery of evidence is to be expected with a disciple of Von Karma. Oh, she went there! In any case, it simply could not have been me who killed Mr. Faraday. After all, I don't even know where the knife that was used to kill him came from. Ooh, really? Really? Miles, her testimony is flawless. Yes, but no matter what sort of trick she may try to pull, she won't escape me. If I'm lacking in information, I'll just draw it out of her. Let's do this!
Hold it!
Hold it. I think I already explained the significance of that earlier. You only confirmed that I did spill some perfume. That's all. That you would accuse me of murder based on a simple spill. Don't you dare complain when I sue you for defamation of character. Shut up. Why is her character trait that she just fucking laughs all the time, honestly? Do as you like, but as for me, I believe. I believe. You believe? I believe that you are the true culprit in this case. My, you're enthusiastic. Of course, I should have guessed.
Hold it!
I formally request that you desist in your attack against my mentor. Yes, or we'll sue you for defamation. All I'm doing is telling the truth. Well, maybe more like spreading gossip. Although your adamant denials are, shall we say, just adding fuel to the fire. How dare you? Say such a thing. Calm down, little girl. Don't let her get to you. Oh, why'd you have to ruin my fun? Well, shall I continue? Oh.
Hold it!
Why exactly could you not have killed him? I was just about to testify to that. You're such an impatient man. I'm not really into that, you know, Edgeworth. Your preferences have no bearing what is at hand. Yeah, feeling a little comfortable, are we?
Objection!
Yeah, because he's into men. Miss you'll desist in this tomfoolery and return to your testimony. And Miles, if you're gonna lose your cool, then I won't show you any mercy. Sorry. Miss please continue.
Hold it!
At this rate, she'll inevitably escape. If she really was the one who killed Mr. Faraday, she must have known about the existence of the knife. Sorry, Miss maybe you weren't... maybe you weren't aware. However, the knife to use to kill Mr. Faraday was taken from his evidence bag. Miles, what do you think you're doing? I'm drawing the truth out of her, that's what I'm doing. Huh? But I don't recall a knife being presented at the trial earlier today. Well, I suppose that's because the evidence was something Mr. Faraday had yet to use. So that's what you're trying to do. Look, why don't you cut it with the lies? I've already figured it out. There was no knife inside Mr. Faraday's evidence bag. The only evidence he had yet to present was the key the Yatagarasu had sent. And unless a key can magically turn into a knife... Funny you should say that! It's quite funny you should say that. Really don't have a leg to stand on. So do you really think you could trap me? Come now, be honest. I never intended to do such a thing. It was all a misunderstanding on my part. Okay, so I wonder if you might append what you just said to your testimony? Sure, why not? I'll even say it as many times as you'd like. Are you sure about that?
Objection!
Are you sure about that, you dumb bitch? Miss I wonder if you might take a look at this photo for me. This is a picture of the key that Yatagarasu sent to the police. However, while it may look like a key at first glance, it is in fact has the secret ability to transform into a knife. Which means that what was inside Mr. Faraday's bag was both the Yatagarasu's key and the murderous knife. You knew that the key was inside Mr. Faraday's bag, did you not? Yes. Well, with the Yatagarasu's key alone, it's more than possible to kill Mr. Faraday. Do you understand now? Huh? Take your time, love. Still not had a good look at it. Showing it to me from that far away, you could be lying for all I know. You would even now still feign ignorance? I'm not feigning anything. We can't have you accusing me of a crime with false evidence now, can we? I mean, Mr. Von Karma, I've heard some very interesting rumors about him. Are you mocking my papa? Don't you dare sully the good name of my mentor. Now take a good look. This piece of evidence is more than real. Wow, who knew there was such a trick to this thing? Are you satisfied now? But of course, you knew from the very beginning, didn't you? You knew that the knife and the Itagarasu's key are one and the same. Otherwise, someone like you, who isn't a member of law enforcement, and who would never have been privy to this trick, would have never known about it to begin with. Furthermore, there's something that the Itagarasu sent to the police. How did you have knowledge as to what it was? Actually, I heard it from Mr. Faraday. Just before he dragged Mr. Rell off, he told me. Oh, that's right, I almost forgot. He also told me about the key turning into a knife at that time. But he didn't tell me about how the key actually transforms.
Objection!
What are you saying is simply not possible? Oh, and why not? Because Mr. Faraday himself didn't know about the hidden knife within the key. But within these pages, he mentions nothing about a knife.
Objection!
I'm not sure he would have written everything in his organizer, you know? Wouldn't something of this importance be better left to oral communication?
Objection!
Unfortunately, that is also impossible, because Detective Bad didn't know about the knife aspect either! Yeah, bitch! What would have been highly classified information even within the police force, and is something that even the lead detective on the case didn't know. Why would Mr. Faraday have felt the need to share such information with the opposition? Yeah, I guess he wouldn't have much of a reason to. Looks like I gave a pretty lame excuse, huh? How can you laugh at a time like this? You should probably just realise the flaw in your logic and is actually in a panic over it. Well, that's not something we need to concern ourselves with. Oh, would you look at this? It's now 40.6 degrees in this cabin. It's a fucking oven! I suppose you're right. No shit, Sherlock! Do you understand how the treadmill overheated? How I fucking overheated? I'm fucking dying in here, man. I suppose you're right. Miss Yu, I'd like to state that I also know I'd like to state that I also know how you know the real nature of the knife. Do you now? Well, why don't you put your money where your mouth is and show me? Oh, I will, and I'll wipe that smile off your face by the time we're through. 40.7. This is it, the moment of truth, the secret behind the Itagarasu's key. Only one person would have knowledge of it from the get-go. Who would know from the start that Itagarasu's key could change into a knife?
Take that!
There's only one person who could have known about the dual nature of this key. And that is the person who sent the Itagarasu's key to the police. That is to say, the Itagarasu herself. Are you saying that this lawyer is the great thief Itagarasu? Miss Yu, you used Mr. Rell to lure Mr. Faraday into a trap, didn't you? You who profess to be there a grudge against criminals, why? Why do something like this? Yeah, just keep calm in court, you'll never get found out. No. Who would have thought that you, a stupid rookie prosecutor, would see through me? You're sending the biggest chill down my spine right now, Edgeworth. This feeling of thrill. It's even greater than when I sneak into someplace. She's the Itagarasu! No shit, Sherlock. You killed Faraday? You killed Faraday? Why? Answer me, Callisto Yu. Aha, Callisto Yu, huh? That's not my real name. Because my real identity is, yes, the great thief Yatagarasu. Let me tell you something, Edgeworth. Mr. Faraday was one difficult man to deal with. For you see, he had discovered my true identity, which is why I had to erase him from the world of law. I made Rell an offer, an acquittal for a little favor in return. All he had to do was accuse Mr. Faraday of being the Yatagarasu in court. Once we entered the recess, Rell was dragged off by Mr. Faraday, which threw my plan into a complete mess. I chased after them and eavesdropped on them through a crack in the door. That Rell caves to only two things, money and authority, just as all thugs do. I feared my plan was going to be ruined if Mr. Faraday held on to Rell any longer. Plus, if I had let them continue on the way they were, I would have been found out. That's why I had no choice. I had to kill them both. Didn't you say that you despised criminals? But do I really? You. Have you forgotten about the KG-8 incident too, you bitch? Maybe. What sort of woman would So then was it your plan to kill Mr. Faraday with the very evidence that you sent? Well, I had a good idea on what Mr. Faraday was going to do. I anticipated that Mr. Faraday was going to prove that Rel wasn't the Yatagarasu by using this Yatagarasu's key as evidence, and that he would bring it with him. Which is why I thought to use the knife portion. With a weapon as well disguised as this, no one would be the wiser. Because who in their right mind would think something like this could be a weapon? I casually entered lobby number 2 on the pretext that I had to talk with Mr. Faraday. In order to get in with him, I pretended to be worried about something. He then let me hold the Yatagarasu's key just like that. He never noticed that I had changed the key into a knife inside that plastic bag. And he didn't have the chance to take note of the knife that took his life. Damn. How could you kill him? I knew him for a long time, you know? At the very least, I thought to give him a quick and painless death. But if you killed Mr. Faraday first, there was no need for you to kill Mr. Rel as well. I believe I mentioned why when we were placing Detective Gumshoe under arrest. Something about having accidentally created an eyewitness, and how that led to the killer to think about setting them up as though they killed each other. Then the trick with the surveillance tape. Yes, I hadn't actually planned to use a gun. The risk was too high that I'd be caught. However, that's when I remembered the existence of that surveillance tape, which is why I had Rel help me set up the crime scene. And after all was said and done, I rewarded him for all his hard work with a bullet. You're a defense attorney, aren't you? How could you? How could you betray a client? Client? If you want to talk about who was a client of whose first, it was me. I was the client in the murder of the Cadopian Embassy staff member, Deed Man. He's a deed man, because he's dead. You ordered a hit jab? You still haven't figured it out, Mr. Bad? I had Deed Man killed because he was about to give away info about the smuggling ring. Now, who exactly do you think would benefit from such an assassination? It can't be. You're... That's right, I'm a member of the smuggling ring. What? How could this... You don't mean you're working with Manny Coaching do you? Maybe, maybe not. Guess you'll never know. The Yatagarasu claims to be noble, but you're just another cold-blooded murderer. That's right, little girl. The Yatagarasu is just another killer. Be quiet, you. Yatagarasu, you can run from the law, but you'll never escape it. So just humbly accept the judgment of this court. Hey, Edgeworth. Did you know the Yatagarasu has 3 legs? Do you know why that is? Big dick? No? Well, let me tell you. Means that the Yatagarasu has more than one razor-sharp way to do her work. Ah, she got a fucking gun! You really are too naive, Edgeworth. You even handed the Yatagarasu's key right to me without a second thought. Everything may not have gone according to plan, but I'll still gladly take it. You mean, the key was your real target? And even after I gave you such great advice, didn't I tell you to always keep a good eye on a criminal, or you may regret what comes of your negligence? You two, get down! Ah! I'll take a hydrate. Ugh, my body. I can't move. Hey, mister, to your right! God damn. You! Get back here! Get back here, bitch! I always love fucking forward-facing sprinting. It looks so weird. You alright, Francisca? I'm perfectly fine, Miles. She pissed herself. Her voice is shaking, but it looks like she's unarmed. Huh? Where did Kay go? That's a gunshot! She dead. September 10th, 7 PM, District Court, courtroom number 3. Sorry, but it looks like she got away. I called the precinct. They should have a perimeter set up soon. Detective Bat, are you alright? I heard a gunshot. I'm okay. Just got another hole in my jacket. You may say he's fine, but he looks quite shaken. More importantly, boy, I mean, Mr. Edgeworth, Miss Van Karma, are you too hurt? I'm absolutely fine. I didn't piss myself. I'm also alright, thanks to Kay. Speaking of Kay, where is she? I don't know. She just sort of disappeared. I'll go look for her. Owen. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir. Detective Bad, sir. Hey, I'm the Gumshoe. Sorry I doubted you. Don't worry, sir. It's not your fault. Hey, it's me, Dick Gumshoe. Well, I like you guys too, after all. I heard about what happened from Kay. Lying while giving testimony is still unforgivable. But in this case, you were protecting Kay and her feelings. Looks like you just might have what it takes to be a real detective. Now, don't you ever lose that detective spirit, okay? You got it, Pops. What? Watched too many dramas recently, have we? Way to single-handedly destroy the cheery atmosphere with one snarky comment. Ash is dead! That's canon now. I should get back to the investigation. I swear, I'll catch you if it's the last thing I do. But I'm not the criminal. Be careful, Detective Bad, and take care. Thanks. Well, I'm off. Maybe we'll run into her again someday. Words. It is now 40.9 degrees in the cabin. It's too hot. Hot and spicy. I'll take another hydrate. Yeah, so it's 32 degrees outside, and it's 40.9 degrees in the cabin. Let that sink in. Oh, god damn. Thanks a bunch, pal. You're the best. You really did find out the truth behind everything. Yes, well, I'm glad we solved everything before you were taken to prison. I wanted a Swiss roll. I can't believe how much trouble I caused you with my testimony, Detective Gumshoe. It was no problem, really. I mean, I lied too, so I didn't help anything. It's really not your fault, Your Honor. Well, even if we didn't have His Honor's testimony, I think that lawyer would have found another way to get you convicted on her behalf. Yeah, I can't believe I was about to get fired during my first week as a detective. Well, so long as you're not fired, you should work hard, give all that you have, and perform your duties well. Oh, and one more thing. Kay left a present for you and me. She did? Oh, what is it? What was it that Kay left for me? The proof of their friendship?
Take that!
Take this. It's a courthouse special Swiss roll. Can I really have it? Yes, it's a present meant for you, after all. Thanks a bunch. You have no idea how happy this makes me, pal. I'm gonna eat this right now. Sure, go ahead. Frick. The Swiss roll Detective Gumshoe and Kay bought together. Or what? While the one Kay saved never reached her father, it would appear that her sentiments have touched the heart of this detective. He's so happy it's as though he's having a welcome back celebration of his own. Well, I was asked by Kay to give it to him. Whoop, that was good, pal. Can't believe I gotta eat 2 of these delicious things in one day. It's like I'm in Swiss roll paradise or something. I gotta thank Kay myself. Hey, wait, where is she? You only noticed just now? Was his mind not present when we discussed her earlier? Detective Bad left to go search for her earlier. Maybe you should go join him. Yeah, you betcha, pal. I'm gonna go help. Oh, but first. You know what, pal? Actually, I guess I shouldn't be so rude to you anymore, huh? I'm gonna stick right by your side from now on, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. And that is how the greatest love story was ever made. The only one to top it was Edgeworth and Phoenix, but let's be honest, they have threesomes. Sense nothing but a most troublesome relationship from that ominous statement. Should go home too, Miles. We have to hurry and report what's happened to Papa. Agreed. Well, I'm afraid we must be going now, Detective. Roger, sir, and don't you worry, I'll investigate the next case we're on real well. I'll, be counting on you. The scent of trouble is definitely in the air. Thus, like a bad dream, my first outing at court came to a disturbing end. A few months later, I was finally able to properly stand in court as a prosecutor. But the detective in charge of the investigation was, as I dreaded, Detective Gumshoe. After that, I became my direct subordinate. I have tried, but words fail to describe the immeasurable suffering he has caused me. But I suppose that's just how things are. He loves him, really. As for the little girl who suddenly disappeared, she's now... Hey, back to the present. So, do you remember now? Yes, I remember everything. Kay, it's been a while. Kay, you sure grew up a lot. Of course, but thank goodness, I thought you two had totally forgotten about me. You know, I was really worried about you after all that. Where have you been all this time? Gummy, I didn't know you cared. After my father died, I went to go live with my mother's relatives. They lived really far away, so I wasn't really able to come back here all that much. Oh, is that what happened? Well, I'm just glad you're alright. Haha. So, does this all make sense now? You betcha it does. Oh, you know what? Hey, here's a question, though. Here's a question. Why did Kay decide to take up the mantle of the person who killed her father?
Hold it!
You know? Actually, there are still a number of things that don't make sense, Kay. Huh? First of all, why did you come all this way to see me? And second, why are you calling yourself... Yeah, see, thank you. Yatagarasu is Callisto Yu, the woman who killed your father. No, you're wrong. The real Yatagarasu was my father. Huh? Mr. Faraday was the Yatagarasu? Like I said, I was going through my father's bookshelf recently, and I found a secret diary hidden among his books. I have no regrets in choosing to walk the path of the Yatagarasu. That was written in his diary, and that's how I know for sure. Did they ever find Callisto Yu? Because it's been a few years, but that's impossible. What's with that look? You don't believe me? It wasn't just the expression on my face. I clearly said it was impossible just now. Alright then, how do you explain this? It's a way of disarming any security system of the user's choosing? Yup, that's the little thief. Truth be told, this is the Yatagarasu's greatest secret. And this little gizmo is used by my father. Wow, Mr. Faraday wasn't just a great prosecutor, he was really a great thief, huh? Yeah, my father worked really hard to steal the truth, but he was killed, and the Yatagarasu was no more. But despite that, the Yatagarasu has been spotted again recently. Someone other than you? Here, Mr. Edgeworth. Take a look at this article. Hey. The Yatagarasu sent the embassy a calling card? Yeah, meaning this person's a fake. I'm almost certain that Callisto Yu lady is behind this. Because the real Yatagarasu would never send something like a gaudy card out. The Yatagarasu did send a white card along with anything to be publicized. That's what Detective Bad told me 7 years ago, if memory serves. Well, as soon as I heard the news, I got all wound up and I knew I just couldn't let it go. So I searched you out so that I could obtain the truth behind the Yatagarasu. So if anyone can help me find it, I figured it's you, Mr. Edgeworth. So you're saying that I have your father's and Mr. Yu's identities backwards? Yes, because the real Yatagarasu is noble to the end. And I want to receive the real noble Yatagarasu. If I don't, my father will never be able to rest in peace. Kay. Kay, you're so honorable. I don't care what anyone else thinks, I'll always be here to cheer you on, pal. Even if you are honorable, a thief is a thief. And if you're plotting to commit a crime, then I'm afraid I can't be complicit. Mr. Edgeworth, oh, you guys are not making it easy for me. Who am I supposed to support now? Mr. Edgeworth, what I want from you is not to steal something. What I want is the arrest of that evil woman. That evil woman? You mean Callisto Yu? I think it's too hard for me to catch her all by myself, but I thought that since you were able to expose of who she is, then maybe. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, won't you help me? Come to think of it, I do believe I owe you. Huh? Owe me for what? When Miss Yu made her escape, it was you who saved my life. Furthermore, you helped me with the investigation today. I am not so rude as to leave favors unrepaid. Then you mean... Yes. That case has been weighing down on my soul ever since that fateful day. Perhaps the time has come to settle things once and for all. If you don't intend to sully your hands in a crime... Mr. Edgeworth, thank you. Yay, Mr. Edgeworth. Sir, isn't this great, Kay? Yeah, it sure is, Gummy. Even though he had completely forgotten about it until just now. What is with their chummy relationship? The best of friends. The great thief Yatagarasu. After all that time, the true identity of the thief sank back into the darkness. Byrne Faraday, Callisto Yu, and Kay Faraday. The phantasmagorically changing identity of the great thief Yatagarasu. And the Yatagarasu's real goal. It would all come to light the day after I made that promise to Kay. Oh yeah, just one day. That's all it takes, you know? Yay! Oh yeah, we are onto a good case. It sure would be a dick move to end the stream right now, huh? Now we'll go a bit longer. By the way, I'm kind of scared. What if this aircon doesn't cool down the room? I'm so scared. I'm. You know what? After this stream, I'm gonna contact somebody who I know might have the tools and see if they can come and do it today or tomorrow to cut a hole in the cabin so I can vent it. Because let me show you really quick. Let me just show you, because I'll get the piece. So, this thing, right? Imagine this fully stretched out, full of heat. So, if I have this piped to the window, this entire length is going to be a heat source in the cabin. So I feel like it's going to defeat the purpose of the aircon. But the issue there is, I want the aircon near me so I can feel the cool air. So, let me just put this back together. Here's my plan, right? We measure the diameter. We get a hole saw that fits this. We drill it into the wall. Make sure it fits in and out. Then, actually, you know what? Even better though. There is this. I could just attach it like that. I could just make this here, because this is for a window latch. So I could either make it like that or increase the airflow. There should be another piece for this, but I've not seen the window latch. I think this is just for any normal window, so I probably just make it either this or that. But I will. Let's be honest, right? If I make a hole this size in the cabin wall, I doubt it's going to make any issues, right? There's probably not any issues, right? I mean, it should be fine. Should be fine. We put that there. We put the pipe there. I can have the aircon right here, and it should keep me nice and cool. It's very fun, by the way. God, I am fucking autistic. But yeah, that's the plan there. Cut a hole, put the vent through, attach vent. Actually, yeah, let me show you this thing, by the way. If this thing doesn't cool the room, I'm fucked. Because I spent 400 quid on this. Well, 200 because went halfsies. You can't even see it, but it's here. That's it. That's how it goes right here. There's just this. It pushes it out there. So, who knows how well it works, right? Please work. Please work. Please cool my cabin. You pretty little thing. I need to keep cool in this heat. Oh, okay. Alright, enough about me complaining about the heat. I mean, I'm still going to do it, but enough for now. One of the Black Raven and one of the White Raven. A country torn in two. One to the west, one to the east. When those which were split are made whole again. The truth will reveal itself. Right, okay. It's the Yatagarasu! The Yatagarasu's here! Kaka, bitch. You accursed Yatagarasu. K, you... And this was just in the span of 8 hours? Holy fuck, what the fuck happened? March 14th, 10:17 AM, High Prosecutor's Office's room 1202. It's so nice, almost dreamlike, to finally have the chance to relax and sip some tea. Especially after what a whirlwind the past few days have been. On my return flight, I was dragged into a case involving an Interpol agent's murder. The next day, I investigated a kidnapping and a murder at Gatewater Land theme park. And later that night, the detective's dead body welcomed me back to my office, along with a thief who was out to pilfer files related to a case from 10 years ago. How did I manage to find myself in the middle of so many cases back to back? Well, at least I have today. All I ask is that I be allowed to spend it quietly. Mr. Edgeworth! Okay. This is big, I tell you! Hey, what's wrong with you? Where's your enthusiasm? And suddenly the phrase, the fragility of dreams, comes to mind. What are you talking about, fragile dreams? Come on, let's go. The fake Yatagarasu isn't going to just find herself, you know? Well, if you must know, it's possible that I was paid a visit last night by your fake. Say what? Unfortunately for us, the thief managed to escape. Even now, we're still looking for this criminal. However, I must warn you that we've only had a few hours to search so far, so I must insist that you be patient on this one, Kay. What's with you today? Are you sure you aren't sleep-talking to me right now? Anyway, I've got something much more important that I wanted you to see. Oh, and that is? Take a look at this! On March 14th, I will be there to steal your dirtiest secret. That's quite a bold declaration to send to an embassy. I suppose it was inevitable that a newspaper would catch wind of this. The date the card mentions is today. Today, huh? Come on, we gotta hurry, the embassy awaits! I suppose it is quite an urgent matter. However, do you know which country's embassy we should be investigating? Well, it's some really special country, and I'm actually really fuzzy on the details, so no. Never mind that, where's all your energy? Why are you so lackadaisical today? I'm not, Kay, you're just too wound up. Well, then you should get too wound up too. Because this just might be our chance to catch that woman. You mean Miss You? The one who killed Kay's father, Bern Faraday, 7 years ago. Oh. Listo Yu. She claimed to be the great thief Yatagarasu, and then disappeared from the courtroom. Ah, she makes me so mad, the phony. Everyone knows that the real Yatagarasu... Oh, that thunderstorm warning was real. Holy shit, that was loud. You'd think with a thunderstorm there'd be rain, right? I fucking hope so. Please, rain. Wait a second. Wait, rain? Hold on. Hold on. Is there rain outside? Cool me down with the rain. There's no rain. There's no rain. It's too warm. Guess what? 41.7 now. We're about to get 42 degrees. And it's 31 degrees outside. So the company's underhanded dealings are made public. The target is always totally unaware that the Yatagarasu has paid them a visit. That's what makes the real Yatagarasu so awesome. Yatagarasu's card that's shown in this article, it looks to me as though it could be genuine. See, that's the thing. Whoever it is, that person isn't the real deal, but has knowledge of the Yatagarasu. If this isn't a clue that that woman's involved, then nothing is. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, out the door you go. Wait, there are a few preparations I must make before we go. There's something interesting about this card we found last night here in my office. It's of a different colour than the one in the article, which makes me wonder why. What's up? Any reason why you're boring a hole through the newspaper with your eyes? No, no reason at all. Very well. Seeing as how Miss Yu is also someone of a special nature to me, I agree there is some merit to be found in investigating this. I knew you'd come around. March 14th, 5 PM, Theatrum Neutralis. By the light of this night's glorious moon, it's the Steel Samurai! Why is there a baby? Let me just check, by the way, Thursday's weather. Oh look, Thursday's gonna be a high of 27. At least Friday's 22 degrees. Yay. What a coincidence. Who would have thought that a Steel Samurai stage show would ever be held at such an elegant theatre inside a foreign embassy? Yeah, the climax was really awesome. Steel Samurai Sushi Slash. I got chills down my spine when he pulled that move out. I suppose it really is more impactful to watch a show in person than on television. I have to say though, this embassy is set up kind of funny. I mean, they have two countries sharing the same building. Well, as you said yourself, this place and the countries that it houses are very special. Even this theatre is special in it that it's the neutral zone shared by the two countries. So let me get this straight. The Steel Samurai show just now is being sponsored by one of the two countries. The one that's called the Kingdom of Alabast, right? Yep, it would appear that Steel Samurai is very popular in that country as well. Seems that way, but you know who I'm really into? The Jammin' Ninja. Republic of Babel is sponsoring a Jammin' Ninja stage show. I wonder what country the Yatagarasu is from. Surely there's nothing similar on this country's flag to anything earlier. That's something for fangirls like me. We've totally got to see that too, Mr. Edgeworth. The Jammin' Ninja show is going to kick the Steel Samurai show's rear end. You know, ever since I first met this girl, I've always had this inkling that what she really wants to be is not a thief, but rather a ninja. So anyway, about today's events. What's it called again? The Kingdom of Alabast versus the Republic of Babel Goodwill Jubilee. The small European countries are the Kingdom of Alabast and the Republic of Babel. These two countries used to be a single entity that was abundant with nature, and it was called the Principality of Codopia. Is everything alright, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, I'm alright. Moving on. After a period of civil unrest, the country split in two, though signs of their past remain. For example, their flags preserve the flower and butterfly motifs to this day. Codopia, huh? KG-8 incident, and what was referred to as the second KG-8 incident, in which an embassy staff member was murdered. Both of these cases were related to the Principality of Codopia. In the 7 years that have passed, the country may have split into two. However, the Yatagarasu still sent a calling card here. What could it all mean? I don't fucking know. Mr. Edgeworth, I know you're thinking about something. Oh, excuse me, what were we talking about again? If you could please stop spacing out on me. Anyway, we were talking about the Alabast versus Babel Goodwill Jubilee. The two countries have had a pretty bad relationship with each other, but supposedly they've been trying really hard to make up recently. That's why they decided to hold this event. If that's the case, then why the versus? Also, both countries claim to own the real Primiduc statue, a national treasure to both. They're planning to have them publicly evaluated today to see which one's the real deal. Okay, need I remind you to take care and not succumb to your thieving desires? Well, when it comes to treasure, I can't help myself. You know that. She has better be saying that in jest. Hey, I can read your body language, you know, and you got it all wrong. Look, I'm here to do some investigating. Investigating, I tell you. I know. And although we don't know if the Yatagarasu will really make an appearance, I suppose we should still spend some time examining this place. I'm now going to be a dick. Now is when I'm a dick. Yeah, it's 42 degrees in here. I'm getting the fuck out of here today. I'm going back to bed. No, I can't. I'm gonna have a cold shower. Aye. There's just too many events conspiring today. I didn't sleep. I woke up early for the delivery, and it's hot as balls in here. I also want to get away from this aircon because just looking at it is fucking infuriating me. The fact I cannot use it. The fact I cannot use it is infuriating me. That's it from me, though. I will see you guys on Thursday for the 24-hour stream. Me, though, cold shower, cold shower, cold shower every day. So, see you guys next time. Bye!